And we're back.
What's up, folks?
The Moderately Idiotic Podcast
Moderate.
with your two local idiots.
That's us.
Hey, we're just flying off the hip. We're just, no actual topics to talk about, but we always find a way.
Who needs guidance?
We always find our way
Yeah.
to fill in the.
Yeah.
Well, for me first, big news. Your boy pre-ordered Grand Theft Auto 6. Mm-hmm. It's locked in November 19th.
Hey,
There's
you
no
can-
going back.
you
Ultimate Edition Flex.
You can pre-order a Slate electric truck right now, too. But you know what? One of them's real,
Hey,
okay? And one of them is still a
look.
pipe dream, all right?
No.
Slates are going to be delivering later this month, right? When
Look, I know I'm 6 months out from the game release.
is it happening?
Yeah,
Right?
I'm telling you. But look, this is what's funny, right?
I feel like January 27th.
So they confirm the date. They do the pre-orders. Everybody's expecting like a third trailer, right? And then now YouTube is just inundated with, things that they're going to do in the new Grand Theft Auto. And I'm like, man, it's like, I don't know if all of them are coming true.
No.
Right? But if they take the best of Grand Theft Auto and then they mix in, which it seems by all accounts they're doing, is mixing in Red Dead Redemption 2. Have you even played either of these
Yeah,
games?
of course.
All
Of
right.
course I have, yeah. Yeah, dude, I was addicted to Vice City, and I played the first Red Dead Redemption.
Hey, look,
Or
it's-
Red Dead, whatever the first Red Dead was.
right. That was Red
Revolver?
Dead. There was Red Dead Revolver. The first Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, I played both of
Is
those.
not exactly an actual, like, in universe.
Right.
But there's a lot of Easter eggs that Rockstar put in them.
I played both of those a lot, and then
Bro.
I played Vice City all the time.
Bro.
Oh, and San Andreas.
Look,
That was a good one.
I'm
for
not
me.
saying you got to play Grand Theft Auto 5, right? I'm not saying you have to.
I liked both of those because one was 80s music, one was all gangstered up, and I love the game.
Right.
That's
In Grand Theft Auto 5, I'm not disparaging it in any way, but it didn't have like the 90s rap, gangster rap vibe that San Andreas had.
right. Classic.
And it surely didn't have the cool Vice City 80s.
That's all I'm saying, dude. Vice City is a shit.
I drove around in that game doing absolutely
Nothing.
nothing.
I
but
would waste hours.
But listening to the.
And I ran. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
listening
just,
to Duran Duran.
just listening to the soundtrack, driving around this little map,
Yeah.
right? Okay, but I will appeal to you that at some point, that you play Red Dead Redemption 2.
Part 2?
Part
is it
two.
shockingly better than... I mean,
It
don't
is-
get me wrong. I
look,
enjoyed the other
look.
two.
Here's the thing. It is basically it's an interactive movie,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
It's Old West,
Right.
right? Outlaws, lawmen, moral struggles.
Sure.
There's an honor system. Like you can either be really bad
Yeah. I remember that part.
or you could be really good,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
And then if you the better of a outlaw you are in a certain way, it unlocks different things,
Right, yeah.
right? Like you can get cheating, like they give you discounts if you're good, if you're
Yeah.
a decent outlaw. I mean, you still shoot people in the face with a double barrel at times, right? And you rob trains and you rob stagecoaches and you kill people.
There were a few games that did that. I mean, I think a version of World of Warcraft did that, where it was like you pick and then you evolve, but you can move up the ranks of this villainous mentality,
Right.
And then one of my Conan games is the same thing.
But
Anyway, go on.
but here's the thing. In like the last, there's not like, it's like chapters, right? First chapter you start off in one area of the map. Second chapter you start off different. By the second chapter you can explore the entire map, right?
Yeah.
And that's cool. But here's the thing: as you get into the later part of the game and you get to the conclusion, there's a cutscene where you're like going, I don't know, it's like a last stand, right? But the cutscene is gonna go based on how you played the game, right?
Okay.
So if you were a asshole the
Oh, like
entire game,
Yeah.
right? It's a different cut
Got
scene,
it. Like choose
right?
your own adventure almost. Like
Right.
those books when
If
we
you
were
were
kids.
like, so me, I was like, I, I just couldn't. Maybe it's just like my character. Like I couldn't just be like a just psychopath murdering
right.
character,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So I always didn't. When I first played it, it was all high honor,
Right.
right? And you get like this beautiful song and cutscene, and you get like different side missions and side quests where
Yeah.
you can either help people or not.
Mm-hmm.
You start hearing like snippets of like the dialogue from the cutscenes of the side missions, like when you did something
Okay.
good,
Yeah.
right? It's the best. The ending, I don't know if there's been a movie in a long time
Uh-huh.
that I've seen that rivals in this ending of this game
Oh wow.
as far as like
Yeah.
sadness. Like, I mean, you can go on the internet. I mean, don't spoil it. I mean, I know you don't give a shit about spoilers,
Okay.
but like people are like, I don't know, man. People said I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna feel a certain way at the type of the game, and they're all like, cynical about it. By the
yeah,
end of the
yeah,
game,
of course. You get it.
they're a sobbing mess. You know what I
God,
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm just saying it's
Okay.
from like a storytelling point of view.
Right.
I don't know. This thing did it as well as like any kind of like big.
Like
If you
Final
think,
Fantasy or something where it's like
well, yeah, that's
epic
what I'm saying.
storytelling.
It's like in between the actual gameplay,
Mm-hmm.
because like you can go on YouTube and you can just watch all the cutscenes.
sure, yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
And it's sometimes it's kind of you don't kind of know what's going on, but like if you get the gist in the beginning, you can watch all those cutscenes and be like, oh shit,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, look, unfortunately, I'm in a position as a single man with no children
Right.
to burn
Sure. Yeah.
time to play this game. I get it,
Right.
but I also took my time because there's just so much to do. So that's what excites me about Grand Theft Auto 6.
Right.
Is like if they took what I loved about Red Dead Redemption 2 and what I loved about what most people love about the Grand Theft Auto games in general, it's like it's heavy satire, heavy parody
Right.
on like modern shit that's going on,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Bro, I've already put in for time off.
Yeah.
I've already put in my vacation request.
And see, I get it. So like, time wise, this a factor here, right? It's like Lincoln's accolades in Roblox and Fortnite are just unparalleled, right? Just
Yeah.
thousands and thousands of hours on both games.
Yeah.
Right? Well, the other day he sees me and I start up my Conan Exile, and he's like, "Oh, I remember you playing this last year." I was like, "Yeah," and he goes, "Poppy, you don't have any accolades." And I was like, "Yeah, well, I play it 13 minutes a month, maybe, right? It's like I make no progress whatsoever in
like-
this game,
You're fed and not you're fed and alive.
right?
Whatever Nicole asks of
Right,
you,
yeah,
you
yeah.
completed, right?
Yep.
You don't have any kind of outside, some bald headed bearded jerk is trying to take a couple hours to do a podcast.
It's just, man,
You don't
Yeah.
have any obligations.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe you get 15 minutes in.
right? And then there's other things where you go, okay, well here's some other options, right? Because now I don't make no mistake. Or sometimes thinking like, well, you don't like. It's like, no, I love it. There's a reason we have 325 games on the PS5, right? We have the games, but then the time to do it. So then,
Yo,
like,
speaking of like, I know I already pre-ordered on the
Yeah.
Xbox,
yeah,
right? But I'm telling you, I've been thinking about
right, make the jump,
jump to PlayStation 5, and
make the jump,
again referencing back to being a single
right?
man with no kids. I'm like, man, maybe I should check this Pro out.
You should,
PS5
I've seen that.
PS5
Yeah,
Pro,
yeah.
right?
yeah,
Have you seen those
Yeah,
Have you
of
seen those memes of like dudes at the GameStop like making payments on one?
oh yeah,
And then the guy goes up and like puts his card, and the guy's like, there's no audio, but
Right.
you can see him. Guys like, hey, thumbs up, and then dude's like getting emotional.
yeah.
You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Because they've been like putting this thing on
Dude,
layaway
it's-
since
Of course, dude.
fucking last March.
Yes. Yeah, dude. Yeah, and I think about that though, because like every single character in every fighting game is unlocked because I will do that. I'll make
Right.
sure we unlock the shit out of every character. That's not because I want to put the time. It's because I need every character there so I can right
To choose wisely.
just yeah. And like Lincoln knows when we're fighting, like for the longest time, right? I took it easy. And then I stopped taking it easy, and then he got really good, and so it's great because when he and I fight, it's a fight.
battle.
It's a
of
real
masters.
battle. It's not like, hey man. And he sometimes we'll start a game, and he's like, hey Poppy, and I'm like, yeah. He goes, can you not pick? And he'll name the 3 people I'm not allowed to pick, and I'm like, hey man, and he's like, no, hey,
Poppy, can we put it? Can we agree that Zangief and
Dude.
whoever it is? Can we agree that these guys are off the board?
yeah, yeah.
You know?
He'll go like a really good one is the Tekken 7.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Nina, and he's just like, you do
Oh,
not.
that's like that special agent
we don't.
chick, right?
You don't get to pick Nina, right? Because she's all kicks, right? All.
It's like when they wouldn't let me play with Chun Li on
Yeah,
Street
yeah,
Fighter.
it's
It's like, nah, man, you do that fucking
He's just gonna
fire
do that
kick,
fucking thing the whole time.
and
Yeah, he's just like, no, man,
can't get out of it.
You can't. I want to play this game and I want it to be challenging, but can you just not do it? Because
You want to talk about hours? I remember
Right.
me and like 4 other dudes in a trailer park bedroom. There's like 5 of us in
Fucking-
there.
right.
Air conditioning's not doing us any good. We're
Right.
just hot, and
Hot.
we're just talking the meanest, most horrible shit to each other.
Yeah.
Playing Street Fighter.
Yep.
I mean, I can't remember if Tekken it
No,
might
no,
have come around.
it was later, but
yeah,
Street Fighter
but-
and Mortal Kombat were the 2 that Nigel
Mortal
and I played
Kombat, Street
nonstop.
Fighter, and then we eventually moved on to Madden.
Right, yeah.
Playing the Madden.
Sure.
Cause see, that's the story I have. Is like some kid comes over, like my cousin or whatever, and he's like, "I play Madden. Let's play." And I go,
Yeah.
"Okay."
Okay.
And they're on the beginner,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
they're like choosing run or pass. So I'm
Right.
I'm going either into like blitz,
Yeah.
or I'm dropping in the dime packaging, and I'm picking off, and I'm just
100%,
routing them like 70 to nothing. You know what I mean? And they're just crying. They're slamming controllers
Right.
down, and they're like, "You're cheating." I go, "No, I'm just
No,
good.
Just good. Yeah.
Why won't you let me win?" What good is that?
He mouthed off the other
Get
day.
better.
He goes, he said something. I was like, well, no, man. And I was explaining. This was a lesson. It was a father-son lesson, right?
Yeah.
And I was trying to explain something to him. And I was like, well, that's why ABC, right? So I was explaining like why I'm so good at piano. It's the time in, right? The
Yeah.
practice. And I was like, it's why you're so good at Fortnite. It's the fucking 19,000 hours that you put in on this game. And the $700 that I've invested into your aftermarket parts. But
Yeah.
aside from that, and then I was like, it's like me with Mortal Kombat and fighting you. And he goes, oh, you're not that good.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
And so I walked over, I turned it on, and I was like, hey, let's play
PlayStation.
PlayStation. Right? And he's like, well,
Are
Poppy. And I
you
was like,
ready to get
"Oh,
destroyed,
no, man."
my boy?
let's go. And I just grabbed Liu Kang and I was like, hey, man, come on. Pick your guy. And I just mollywopped 2. And I was like, oh, that's. And he goes, hey, let's do characters like them all rematch. And he's all, no, let's do. And I'm all, no. I did like 4 rematches of me just slaughtering him in a row like a jerk psycho stepdad instead of like it was like
Yo.
it was the worst behavior
You know what
of
I mean?
a real dad
Look,
ever.
underneath all that, there really is a lesson about like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Don't let your mouth write checks that your ass can't cash.
yeah, man.
First off,
That's all.
right? I just even if you only played that game an hour a year,
Right.
just by that definition, your age and his age,
Right.
you still have vastly more,
Dude, and I told
vastly
him.
more experience with this game.
He finally was like, because when I say he's good, this is not a proud dad moment. No, he's really good, right?
Yeah.
And so when he asked me, he's like, hey, how'd you get so good? I was like, because, man, unlike you, there were not 325 games to choose from.
No,
I
we
had
had
3 games, maybe 4.
And,
right?
hey, look, rich boy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all, dude. Kids in my neighborhood would have thought you were in this. What world do you live? It's like, no, dude. It's like I think about my first Nintendo. It's like I had Excite
If somebody
Bike.
walked into my house and I had 3 video games, you're gonna be like, "Did you steal these?"
Yeah.
It's like, no.
He's got 320 something games on this thing, and I'm like, bro, this you're insane.
Because see, I knew kids like that when I was, 8,
Man.
9 years old, right? I had my uncle married a woman who had brothers,
yeah,
and they had money, and
yeah. My cousins did that.
I would go to their house for whatever reason, and I'd go in their room. And first of all, they had like the 32-inch CRT, the biggest TV that you could get in fucking 1990. You know what I mean? Then second of all, they had the fucking Power Glove.
Oh yeah.
They had the fucking
gun,
robot to pick up the fucking weights.
Dude, that thing.
You know what I mean? They had the fucking duck hunt fucking blaster, two blasters.
Right, two
You
blasters.
know what I
You
mean?
sons of bitches. Yeah,
And he's
rich ass.
fucking, he's fucking doing hand gestures.
Yeah,
and
dude.
you're like,
Fucking Minority
yo,
Report.
yeah,
in
let me check it out. He was
1992.
like, nah, dude, you don't know how it works. And me like, fuck you, dude. I'll take you outside and kick the shit out
Kick
of you.
the shit out of your rich ass.
Yeah. Fucking
Yes.
pretty boy, fucking rich kid. I'd fucking
I just think-
mollywop you out in the front yard.
I remember having like friends come over, cousins come over, even like with Nigel, and it wasn't like, hey, what game do you want to play? And then I go to my cousin's house, and that was their deal. They're like, hey, what game do you want to play? I'm like, what are you talking about? Because you go to my house, it's like, I only have Street Fighter.
They pull out the case. Remember they used to come
they
in
got
the big
a case.
and it wasn't just some aftermarket shit either. It had the
No.
Nintendo branding on the side and it had a little lock and you
I'm
picked
like,
it open
bro,
and you're
oh,
like,
I'm sorry.
it's like $1,000 worth of games in
I
there.
have,
And $1,000 when we were 10 years old,
that's like 8,000 now.
yeah,
It's crazy.
you could have bought a fucking used Toyota
For
back
sure.
then,
100%.
a nice one,
A nice one, too.
off the
Yeah,
lot,
because I had a $500
not out of a
car.
yard.
Right.
In somebody's backyard. This is like you're going to a used car,
Oh,
paying
for
$1,000
sure.
and getting a nice ride that's gonna last you forever.
Uh-huh.
And this
He's got it
motherfucking
in
kid,
fucking-
yeah,
Yeah, dude. He's got
21
he's got that gold
games.
Zelda game.
Yeah,
It's all right, motherfucker. I didn't realize we were. And I literally was like, I had Home Alone and Street Fighter. It's like, no, man, I have 2 games to choose from, bro. You
Yeah.
want to play Home Alone by yourself, or do you want to play Street Fighter and fight each other? This is where
do you
want
want to play Home Alone and take turns,
Right.
Or do you want
Wanna
to
play Street
or
Fighter.
you want to play together and fight?
Right, because these
Yeah.
are the options, And then like, I got really good at Mortal Kombat because the washateria next door had Mortal Kombat, right? And I knew I only had 3 quarters.
See, we're old enough to know that when we wanted to play, like my mom worked at like a Super S
Mm-hmm.
there in the town over, and I got out of school, didn't want to go home.
Right.
I'd go there, I'd bug her for like 30 minutes before she gave me like $3.
Right. And then
Went got $3 worth of quarters, and then I
That
just
was
fucking
that.
played video games, Mortal Kombat. What
Yep.
was that one where you at some point you could turn into like a beast?
oh yeah, Altered Beast.
Altered Beast,
Altered
dude.
Beast,
We
yes.
played the ever loving shit
Played
out of
that.
Altered
Played
Beast.
Rampage. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Not the rock version, but the real.
No. The OG
God,
Rampage.
dude,
we
what
wasn't
was
playing.
he doing in that? Did you see that garbage
Getting
ass
paid.
movie? Yeah.
Getting
That's it,
paid.
Getting paid. Working his way up to being the highest paid actor of all time.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like, hey, we
was
got a
so
script, and they're like, so Rock, so like you're whatever special forces, we don't have to keep talking about what you're going to be in the
That
movie.
doesn't matter.
Dwayne, you're going to be this guy. You're gonna be friends with the biggest albino gorilla known to man.
Yes, I am.
All right. I'm liking it. Keep going. And and then they're gonna have then we're gonna do a little bit of Planet of the Apes, but instead of making them smart, we're just gonna make them get big.
Yeah, he goes. Right, there was a guy who goes like, "Hey man, did you ever see James Franco's Planet of the Apes?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, it was great." He's like, "Yeah, no, that was good." So look,
We're not doing that.
we're not gonna do that, right?
But we're gonna have some kind of gas involved.
You know how that was good? What we're gonna do is actually take everything that was good about that movie, right?
That's shitty that how, and look, I don't know what exactly happened with that dude.
Hey, allegation maybe.
Allegation, maybe true,
Maybe did, maybe didn't.
maybe didn't.
Ooh,
I'm not a fucking detective,
I do have a story for you.
but I do know that fucking Dawn of the Planet. What was it?
Rise?
Rise. No, was that the second one?
What
There
was
was
that? His
Rise-
was great.
Rise, Dawn, and War. Right. That was the
might
trilogy,
be.
which are fucking fantastic
And
movies.
I
all of them.
love them.
But it's just crazy that when you go back and you see, like, man, he was pretty fucking good in it. the entire movie as a whole was pretty fucking good, right?
It's fucking great.
And
Caesar. Yeah.
now, yeah, Caesar home. You know
So
do
good.
you know the size of the shit I would have put in my pants if fucking Primate would have been like, I got it, Baldy.
I was working out at the monkey place, dude. I swear, I constantly thought one was gonna turn around and be like, "Good morning, John."
See that,
I was just waiting for one of Elon's monkeys to just say it.
dude.
I would literally go into
That's
that
the
room and
see.
just be like,
I
"Man,
I tell that to people all the time, right? This Neuralink shit
I'm telling
that he's
you,
working on. Look, we all know how fucking trials go, right? They're gonna come up with a prototype. They can't really jump to
Right.
humans just yet. And guess
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
We'll go to the cousins.
I get that I signed NDAs and shit, but I'm telling you, when I would walk down those halls and watch Elon's monkeys do shit on an iPad, I was always like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck?
How-
What is happening
Look,
here?"
anybody who has seen the amount of movies, and
That
not
we
just
have.
movies in general, but the deep cuts,
Deep cuts,
the B
baby.
movies,
Right.
the fucking Cinemax, HBO,
Right.
fucking Tubi, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever,
We've
dude.
seen, I mean, we bo-
Crackle.
right. And look, let's
Rest
be
in
honest,
peace,
like
Crackle.
sometimes your tastes kind of
Sure.
float over into horror.
Yeah.
I dip my toe in it.
Right. Yeah.
I hadn't say that I haven't seen like the ones that were really great.
Right.
Right,
Yeah.
but you know, I don't dive into the cult movies
Right.
on the horror side.
Right.
Just like
Yeah, you gotta have a limit.
well, you know, just like you know, there's some probably like some fucking '80s action movies or some shit that I've delved into that
Mm-hmm. Right.
you probably never seen, right?
Right.
I'm just saying, you know, but we do have a lot of crossover.
100%.
So my point is that nobody's gonna go, hey, so Elon is working on his Neuralink shit and he's trying it out on primates, and we're gonna have a Hall H moment where we go, you sure about that?
Sure, we want to do this.
You be sure that this is the way we want to go?
This
Because
might not be.
I could go to my search bar on fucking Netflix and I'll show you 10 movies of why we shouldn't do it.
I'll show you fucking 12 minutes of Chimp Empire, right? Watch them eat each other, right? And you're like, hey, what are they doing? It's like, oh, that guy's murdering him. It's like, why? It's like, just cuz. It's like, what's he gonna do with his body? It's like,
Turf
oh,
battle.
He's about to eat him. And it's like, well, no. Primates don't go cannibal. It's like, well, they do when they're mad enough.
Yeah, they
they're
do when
like,
they really wanted to
Prove a point to everybody else.
Prove that don't step a foot
Hey, not
in my
it
territory.
wasn't for food and nourishment. It
No.
was strictly to be like,
It was
you guys see this?
It was the primates version of like heads on a pike.
100%, dude.
You know
This
what I
was
mean?
some Vlad the Impaler bullshit where they were like, "Oh, cool, we
But
don't go there."
This is Bubbles just fucking eating somebody, eating another primate,
Just to
chimpanzee.
show 'em.
Yeah. He's just sitting there having a barbecue. They're like, "What's going on? What's going on?" Oh shit, he's eating Terry.
And then Elon's like, "Hey, let's juice him up."
Yeah, let's
And don't get me wrong,
give him the
I'm
ability
all
to be
in,
smarter. Sure.
because I want
Because that
the thing.
leads to
to
the
me-
you know
right.
you're gonna get your own Thor eye, you
Right.
know.
And that's all I want. It's leading to my, but I have to also agree to something crazy and be like, I don't know. Hey, man.
Yeah.
The means justify the ends justify the means. Like, is that what we're doing?
Look, I understand there's a chance that people or animals may die, but understand,
Right.
I don't have to turn sideways in IMAX.
Yeah, now I can watch it. Just be like, dude, or I could watch it in FLIR. Seeing shit y'all can't. Come
Yeah.
on, dude.
you know, say even as little as 10 years from now,
Or
right?
hey,
And Lincoln is like a senior in high school, right? And he's coming out and he's like, "Where's Poppy?" And then you go outside and you're just kind of in the shadows, and you're just making your own predator noise when he walks out because
yeah,
whoomp, whoomp. Yeah.
yeah, dude.
And he's
all-
like, "All right, Jesus, Dad, I know that you fucking have night vision
right.
now." in one
And that's
eye."
all I'm thinking, dude. You want to play hide and seek, motherfucker? Let's go. Who's hiding now?
Just don't tell any of the
Right.
kids. It's like, "Hey, man, my dad's the best," and they're like, "No way, dude. I will fucking hide from your dad forever."
No, you won't. Right? Or when, like, hey, break into my house.
Yeah.
I dare you. Right? and they're just like, "What?"
You got that little
I'm out there.
Terminator red.
I cut the power myself, right?
You got a emergency shut off next to the bed.
Yeah.
He's just hitting it. He's like,
Fucking-
"Cuckoo."
What's his name? Steven. What's the one where the one where he's the old blind Vietnam vet?
Oh yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm talking
I know
about?
what you're
He's
talking
in the
about.
house, and he
Yeah, and
just-
it's like no lights, and
No
people are trying to
lights.
rob him,
They're
and
trying
he's
to rob-
just,
it's like, guess what, motherfucker?
I can hear you, smell you.
Dude, that's me. That's gonna be the.
You know, the guy with the bag is gassy. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, you have no chance. And he's like a stone cold killer. It's like, yeah. It's like I had an uncle who had like, you know, back before they knew it was like PTSD.
Yeah,
It was
right.
like shell shocked is
Yeah,
what they
yeah.
called it, right? Yeah. You didn't show up unannounced in the
No,
middle of the
yeah,
night
yep.
after dark. Cause you'd be like beating on the door, and the next thing you know, he's fucking outside.
Yeah, I got a relative that was that
He's
way
like,
too.
hey,
Yep.
you need to call.
Mhm.
Cause
Yeah, don't just.
I thought you were the fucking Viet Cong.
yeah, I didn't.
And
know.
I was about to fucking murk you.
You were done.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
sorry.
Yeah.
It's just your fault.
And I
though.
would have figured it out like after I came back
Yeah.
from Saigon.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? It wouldn't have
Yeah,
been
so-
in the moment or beforehand.
No,
You know, it would been after,
for sure.
you know, Firebase Alpha, whatever the fuck it was
Yeah.
called. You know what I mean?
Yep. This is the circle back only because I remembered. So I decided to watch because look, here's this thing. This is, and I mean, we've made jokes about it before as far as like, here's a little two-part. When they change shit that we were taught in school and then they find out all of that was wrong.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like your school sends you an email and goes, hey, back in 94 when we told you this, we were fucking wrong. And then you're like, oh, well, you should have told me, you know, and like you don't get the update until you manage to find it on the internet.
No, you just get what you get. And then
And
if
it's like-
you get a different perspective, that's on your dime,
Right.
not ours.
But it's like, hey man, I've been, but okay, here's one of them. Here, a quick example is that 7-year dog thing. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Right? But they told us that our whole lives. Well, it turns out like a few years ago, they were like, hey, we were wrong. That's not true at all. Mishka's actually like, no bullshit. Mishka's age would be like 110 to 120,
Yeah.
right? Not 70.
Yeah.
Like literally 110-year-old. That's why she acts the way she does. And it's like, oh, well, that's
She's
drastically.
fucking old and tired. She's tired
Well,
of your shit too.
There's nobody that comes along and goes, hey, man, remember in school we told you that 7-year thing? Turns out total bullshit, but now we fixed
It's more
it.
like 10 to 11
You
years.
just have to guess it, right? Or find it on Google. Well,
or after you
same
make an
thing
idiot out of
happens-
yourself at the vet, and the vet's like, well, that was the kind
That
of way
was.
we thought about it
turns out we're wrong.
30 years ago.
30 years ago, you idiot. But, well, that same thing happens because there's no clicks for TMZ if they resolve the problem.
Oh,
But guess
yeah.
what? They never tell you, you don't ever get the real update, right? But the other day, I decided to fucking watch Bill Maher's Club Random
Uh-huh.
with Kevin Spacey, right?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, so at first, right off the bat, I'm like, dude, I have to watch this because I can't wait to see what wild shit. Well, guess what? 3 minutes into it, every single allegation was either found false. At one point, he had Elton John testify because the same two people had accused Elton John of the exact same thing. And
Yeah.
it turns out the stories were so similar that the judge was like, hey, you guys are lying. And then they were like, oh, also, he wasn't at like 5 of the places that 2 of the people were trying to say he was at. They were like, hey, he literally was filming a movie in Australia. And-
Yeah.
But TMZ doesn't come back and go, hey, by the way,
No.
all of that shit was all wrong. Every case was dropped. He was found innocent.
See, if
in
anybody,
every-
if anybody's going to fight for legislation,
right.
right, it needs to be like, you just can't say whatever you want, right?
Because
I mean,
he's not back yet.
they have a term for that. It's called slander. It's a
Yeah,
it's a
it's a
legal
real thing.
term. You know what I mean?
But dude, TMZ doesn't come on one day in a massive.
According to sources,
Hey, turns out
who?
we were wrong.
Yeah.
Right? They don't come back. They don't come and go, hey, just so you know,
No.
that thing we did for the last 8 years where we just banished Kevin Spacey to all fucking obliteration and destroyed his entire career and livelihood. turns out
And I fucking loved House Cards.
right. I love fucking Usual Suspects. It's
Yeah.
like every single one.
Yeah.
One. It's not like one stuck. It's not like he did every one was wrong.
He got hardwicked.
And yet there's no, and he goes, it's fine. And he was cool about it, but at the same time you want to be like, and of course, because what can you do?
Right.
But at the same time, you want to be like, no, man. CNN and TMZ and Fox and all these channels were shoving it down our throat that he was bad.
Well, I mean, look,
It's because there's
and
no clicks
it's
in
not
good.
so much that we're getting political as much as
No,
more
no.
that we're hitting on the fact that, all these one-time trusted news agencies,
Yeah,
right,
Yeah.
are all trying to catch up on this 24-hour news cycle,
Right.
clicks, views, the way to monetize it, right?
And you get no clicks in good news.
No. It's like nobody cares that everybody was wrong. Spacey's not an asshole. And
No.
you're like, nah, who cares?
Hey, don't get me wrong, right? He then did acknowledge. He's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
I did my share of groping. Don't get me." And he was like,
Right.
I was.
And look, look,
fucking.
maybe this might be a hot take, right? But I mean, he was going after the dudes.
Yeah.
You
All
know
of
what I
them,
mean?
Right.
It wasn't like
All the dudes.
you know what I mean? It goes back. It goes to the same vein of when we, as a 50-year-old,
Right.
damn near, right? We hear about some smoking hot teacher
Right.
banging a student. Not saying it's right.
Right. But
Not saying it's right.
we're not saying it's right.
But
But
I don't think that whatever the kid is, whatever trauma
right.
this kid is saying he's having,
Right.
I'm a little suspect. You know what I mean? I'm a little being like, because I wouldn't, I mean, look, I grew up, there was like one teacher.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like now where you got all these Gen Z and millennial teachers coming out and they're just like
Exactly.
foxes running
Yeah.
around the high school now. I mean, we
Right.
had one and she wound up moving on somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then we're back to just like
Old
octogenarians.
ladies.
You
Yeah.
know, mean.
Me.
You know what I mean?
And
We
that
don't,
coach.
we don't like this good-looking teacher that's coddling the students. We want, fucking shout out Miss Albright
Right.
from LaGrange School, who just job at a hut with gray hair and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
talk the meanest shit to you whenever, asked a question. You know what I mean?
Failed football playing coaches who became history teachers on the side.
Yeah,
and it's like,
or health teachers.
God damn, dude.
Driver's ed. Look,
Just because.
health, driver's ed, and what was the one you said?
History. They
Hit
love
it,
teaching
yeah,
history because they'd be
yeah.
like World War II.
Yeah.
I had this one
Bunch
coach.
of middle-aged men. What subject do you think that you're
Dude,
going to learn?
I had this one
We're going
coach,
to talk about D-Day
dude,
and Normandy and Omaha Beach.
cracked up. This motherfucker was. This happened to me. This is a real story in 10th grade. My history teacher was our coach, right? Because our normal history teacher got fired for touching a kid. And
Yeah.
so this coach becomes our history
As they
teacher.
should.
Dude, the first day of class, he's sitting there talking and he's like, okay, look, here's what happened. He goes, kind of good guy, bad guy situation. He goes, hey, look, when you're in the end zone, okay, let's play it back this way. So the Cowboys, right? So think of America as the Cowboys, okay? And we'll think of fucking Germany as the Patriots, all right? So game 86 Super Bowl, and you're just like, what the fuck? And now I knew enough about, but I'm watching the girls in the class be like, what the fuck's
Just
happening here?
Eyes glazing over because they
Dude,
have
just
no idea what's going on.
Confused. Just confused as shit. Is like, why this coach is now comparing World War II to the fucking 86 Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And he's just like going off on it, right? And he's like, you know what a blitz is?
You know, Doug Williams, I mean, he was black, but in this situation,
Dude.
he would be Hitler. It's like, whoa.
It was
whoa,
such
whoa.
an abstract thing to where
You
you're
c-
like,
Hey, man, you got to work on your fucking
you
analogies,
fucking
bro.
just- I see how this
Because
shit
you can't
works.
say Doug Williams. Think of Doug Williams as Hitler.
No.
Doug
And that's-
Williams was like a slick, one of the first starting black quarterbacks. You can't use him as an example of the fucking Nazis.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
But, and again, I'm not endorsing Kevin Spacey's behavior.
Sure.
If he did wrong. But when you find out the
Sure.
allegations, right? And you're like, wait, that's all
Yeah.
just bullshit? And he's like, yeah, but, maybe.
Hey,
And then he goes,
so I grabbed a couple
How
dudes'
long-
cocks on set. I
Right.
mean, you're gonna like.
how
do I
long
deserve
am I in
this?
Hollywood jail?
Yeah.
Right? How long? And it's like Franco's
It's not like I was catching, young women coming off the bus from fucking Nebraska, and
No.
I'll get you a part in the
It's
movie.
what-
You know
right.
what I mean? Yeah.
Right. Hey,
Because most dudes are fucking savages to begin with.
goes back to the.
You know who's more of a savage than a heterosexual dude?
Yeah.
Homosexual dudes,
50-year-old homosexual dude. That guy's aggressive.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, Bill Maher calls him out on it. He even says it. He goes, you guys are kind of known to be. And he's like, he laughed in that fucking House of Cards laugh that he does. And I was
Yeah.
like, bro,
like, look.
you're not helping this case at all.
Yeah.
Bill Maher was like, hey, you guys are kind of
Yeah.
grabby and creepy,
Had,
though, right? And he's
had
like,
it
"No."
been like
Oh,
the aforementioned Franco,
right.
we'd never see fucking Spacey again.
No,
you know
no,
what I
no.
mean?
Right, yeah,
He'd
yeah.
be doing movies in fucking India. You
No.
know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
the only
oh,
place.
for sure. Yeah, where they don't give a shit.
They don't give a fuck either.
Like, hey, dude.
You know, it's like,
Touch,
what? You
don't
like little
touch.
boys? You like little girls?
Whatever, so do we.
Hey, can you dance a little?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, can you dance to the beat? We'll give you a shot.
It's that age-old joke. It's probably Rogan, but it's if Harvey Weinstein's and your daughter, he's like, however, if
Yeah.
Harvina Weinstein and it's your son, it's like, hey, son, guess
Absolutely.
what? You're going to be Batman.
Yes.
It's like, yep,
But
that's it.
everybody. That's what I'm saying. It's like, look, do we need? Look, I don't want to dig myself into a hole here, but I'm just saying.
We're dog, but
I'm just saying. Yeah, is there a difference? I mean, if you looked at it logically, no.
no.
You know
Should
what I
there be?
mean?
No.
Should there be? But is there?
Right.
Yeah, is somebody going to view like an older actor taking advantage of like a 19-year-old actress
Right.
and promising her shit and then, having his way and getting what he wants and then,
Yeah, yeah.
kind of leaving her high and dry? Yeah, it does it suck. But I just think that's just kind of like a
Yeah.
deep DNA thing with dudes, you know what I mean?
Remember the internet got mad at Katy Perry for kissing the kid on American Idol because he did good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're like, oh, how dare this? And I'm like, the kid was smiling because he just got kissed by Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Let's just dial
Hey,
it back.
hey, let
Right or
this kid
wrong.
have this moment.
Right or wrong, here it is.
That kid may be the most mid student, athlete, whatever in
Right.
his school.
But now,
But you know what the quarterback, the starting quarterback didn't do? He
Didn't
didn't
kiss
have
Katy
fucking.
Perry.
He didn't
Right.
fucking kiss Katy Perry. Yeah, so go
Yeah.
fuck yourself,
Dude, that
Chad.
was Chappelle's bit was like, everybody gets touched inappropriately or whatever. He goes, but it wasn't about Michael Jackson. He's like,
Yeah.
the rest of us just had a fucking lifetime of uncomfortable Thanksgivings with an uncle.
Yeah, no
It's all-
shit, right? You know
that's
what I
it.
mean?
So, hey man, is it right or wrong? It's like no, but like, wasn't Michael Jackson? It's
Yeah.
fucking-
Yeah, I mean, if you're, I mean, look, I'm not. I mean, he makes a point,
He's got
right?
a point.
And he's he's the only guy that's gonna say it.
right.
It's like,
funny as shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, hey, I got groped when I was 14,
Right.
And be like, oh yeah, who was it? Madonna.
Right. Yeah. It's all, I'm sorry. What did you
And
say?
you're like, so hold on,
Walk me through this story.
back it up a little bit. So you were 14, you're around Madonna, she grabs your junk,
Right.
and you're having trouble in life now?
No.
No.
No. That's the first
No.
time you felt amazing.
I
No.
would have T-shirts, man.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I got groped by
By
Madonna.
Madonna.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ask and on the back it said, "Ask me about it,"
Ask me about it.
because I will tell you.
Here's a QR code to, the
To my
story,
webpage.
To my webpage where I tell,
If you don't want to listen to me tell you with so excitement
Yeah.
while
Uh-huh.
I'm, in a tent on, along some corner in Los Angeles,
Right.
you know what I
Yep.
mean? This is like my one claim to
is my
fame, and I'm
one
gonna
claim.
fucking hold on to it forever.
Or it fucking skyrockets you and your confidence goes to the roof, and then you're like, hey,
Yeah,
and I'm on top of the world now. I'm climbing it up. Again, we're not endorsing
no,
inappropriate
but I'm
behavior.
just saying.
It's wrong.
Had I been a 14-year-old
hashtag
and some smoking hot
right.
teacher decided that she wanted to do some extra credit, it's not it's
Nah.
not hampering me later in life. If anything, I'm
Hey,
like,
hey.
well, you know that guy, he got molested by that super hot science teacher. You mean the one that's Senator?
Right.
Senator Lowry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean Senator Lowry? Yeah.
The guy that's going to
Again,
be
though-
the guy's going to run against JD Vance and then the next primary?
And again,
That
man,
guy?
we run into these problems. Again, it's wrong is wrong. We can all agree on that.
Yeah.
Right?
Wrong is
and
wrong.
and when somebody does something that they shouldn't do, that's bad and it's wrong. But like, I think you'll be okay, Terry Crews.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to diminish it. It's just he's
First of all,
huge, and he's a badass.
by his own admission, Terry
Right.
Crews have been lifting weights since he was 15 years old,
Right.
right?
He
And I
is
don't care
a
that he's
human
never taken
beast.
I don't care if he's never taken a karate class or jujitsu or Krav Maga or fucking pick your discipline, right?
Right.
Anybody's gonna have trouble
If
with
that
fucking
guy swings on me,
if Terry Crews decides to get out of hand,
here's
it's gonna be a problem.
here's the deal. At a certain point, somebody like the Mountain, right, or Terry Crews, you don't actually have to be good at form, right? I don't need you to.
Not when you now
like, you
if,
don't
if
have to
you're
be-
the Mountain, right?
Right.
Not when we've watched you on ESPN2 at like 2 a.m.
Right. Yeah. Pull
lift
a truck.
or lift a 500-pound
Lift a
spear
500-pound.
sphere off the ground.
Yes. Yeah, dude. When I watch him, like pulling a fucking 18-wheeler
Yeah.
with a rope, you're all, huh,
Oh, so wait a minute. You know what I mean?
dude.
Nobody is gonna get you anywhere that you don't want to be.
I have one.
You imagine being a DPS guy pulling over
Bro.
fucking.
I have one
Thor?
long-term friend who likes to. He's the yeah butt guy. And I was like, dude, you gotta watch this shit. And we're watching on YouTube as he pulls an 18-wheeler, right, with a rope. And
Yeah.
And what does he do? He goes, yeah, bro, it's in neutral. Shut the fuck up. All right? And I was like, what? And we're talking about a dude who's like, I guess he was 6'2", maybe 150, 152 max. And I'm like, hey, dude. He goes, what? He goes, imagine if it's already rolling. I'm like, it's not, though. And even if it was, guess who's still not pulling it?
You string
You,
bean.
you fucking idiot. I
Yeah.
was like, what? And he was like, what if it's on a slope? And I'm like, hey,
It doesn't matter.
91% of the population, 98% of the population
Yeah, I was gonna say
is not moving this
your
truck.
margin of error needed to
I
be
know.
adjusted, right?
But like, there's 6 guys, out of the 8 billion that are doing this. It's like, bro,
Yeah, there's only
again-
like 12 competitors, right? And if you think that those guys are like the best of the best from all regions,
right? Yes,
you literally have the top 12 strongest men in the world,
in the world,
right?
right? It doesn't matter that I don't care if you swing like one of those idiots that you watch on the bum fights or whatever. It doesn't matter if Terry Crews swings at me like that.
If he connects,
I'm done.
it's lights out.
And I'm wiry.
And the lights out, the lights are out, the party's over. You know what I mean?
Put Terry Crews on power slap. See how he does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's gonna win.
Well, yeah. I don't know if he's gonna
Because
win.
there's no form. You don't have to have fucking skill set.
You know what I mean? But I'm
it's
just
gonna
saying
hurt.
he's not going to be, like a slouch at it.
His neck's not gonna move. You ever seen?
You
his
know what I
fucking-
mean? He's
whatever
going
those
to
things are?
fucking catch you. You know what I mean? Now. So, yeah. So, like, if Thor Halfson, or whatever the fuck his name is
Right.
like, well, I kind of got, when did you get bullied?
Right. Win.
Right? It wasn't when you started fucking eating 12,000 calories a day and juicing.
Hey. So when in 3rd grade did you get bullied?
Yeah. That,
Right. That's
because
it wasn't after.
at some point, even before he put on all the muscle, the motherfucker was like 6'9".
he was already right.
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's like not too many dudes are gonna be rolling up on. I mean, because
Yeah.
look, I mean, if you got any understanding of physics, it's like this kid got some reach.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's like the everybody would like. I remember, when Hulk Hogan was talking about Andre the Giant, they were like, "Was he good?" He's like, "He didn't have to be
No,
anything.
he was a
just
giant.
existed." and they were like, "Yeah, but you didn't have the crazy fast moves." And Hulk Hogan was always like, "Yep, he didn't have to." He goes, "That guy could win, pro wrestling matches or real full on wrestling matches." Because
who in their right mind is
what
getting
are you gonna
hammered?
lift him?
Who's gonna be at a bar and see 37 beer cans piled
Dude.
up on a table and Andre the Giant who's come sing an entire booth?
Right? Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Right.
like me sitting in this chair. That's how
That's
this
his
man.
booth.
That's his booth.
Yeah.
And
What,
you're
you
gonna say,
wrestle him?
"Well, he's a fucking. That's not even real." Are you gonna roll up the fucking the guy's like 7'5",
Good luck.
500 pounds? You
What are you
think?
doing?
All I see is some guy like, man, it's fake. And then it cuts to like a window, and you just see the same guy just get tossed out.
Yeah, just pushed out. You know?
Glass breaks. He's on the street. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because
Yeah.
he can do that. I don't know why you wanted to pick a fight with me. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah.
Have
And
a
he
good
just-
night.
Just lean on
and
him,
then
right?
this giant shadow goes on down the street.
Just slow walking. Just chill.
I mean, it's like I don't understand. Like there was this like some kind of like TikTok, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and he kept going up to like UFC fighters, and not just
oh yeah, dude.
he's not going up to fucking bantamweights.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, did you see? Speaking of UFC, did you see?
You- Look,
see
I was going to
Dustin?
come around to that. First of all,
Goddamn, Dustin.
you know, I made the point of like you imagine like you're pulling over Thor Bjornsson or whatever his
Yeah,
name
yeah.
is, right? And you're like, "Sir, can you step out of the car?" And then the mountain steps out,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
You're lucky that he's a nice fucking
Right.
Icelandic dude.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Right.
Because
Dude.
you're not going to do anything to him that he doesn't allow you to do, right?
Right.
Can we let's get
Yes.
honest,
Right.
right? Him, Andre the Giant,
Right.
the Big Show,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you're
You
not
know,
doing anything.
Terry Crews.
Right.
These guys have just been jacked since they were, teenagers.
Mhm.
Well, him specifically,
Him specifically.
right? I don't care what it is.
Tyson his whole life.
Right.
From
Tyson
Junior
as a
Olympics,
fucking 13-year-old
Mhm.
was fucking knocking out grown men.
knocking him out.
Right? So,
Yes.
look, nobody is going to make Mike Tyson do anything that he didn't like.
Want to do.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're like, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. So, can you imagine you're in the airport and you and I don't know if the airport security guy or police officer, if he was a UFC fan,
Man,
right? And he didn't just watch this fucking battle
dude.
on the White House lawn.
What is wrong? with
Right? And then all of a sudden, it's like who made I don't know if it was Gillis or whoever, but they said at some point in the video, Gagey does the short shit,
you? Yeah, yeah.
where he like pulls his shorts up,
Yeah, yeah,
like he's, getting mobile.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, fuck. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
But what my point is when that guy realizes that it's Justin Gagey, that like he just doesn't like running through his own highlights of what he witnessed, a couple days ago at the White House. You're like, oh fuck, this is gonna go
So bad.
sideways,
So bad.
sideways off a bridge.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna get submitted
This
in an
whole thing is-
airport fucking lobby by Justin Gagey.
It's the same thing though as you were just saying. That little shit that was doing those TikTok videos were specifically, and it's like, you're gonna get tossed. And every time he's like, and then when like the cops showed up on one time, and it's like the dude gets arrested, and you're like, he got out and got off, but it was you want to be like, he should never have been arrested. It should have been like, nah, this little twerp came up and specifically started a fight, throwing hands and trying to do a thing. But I also love the ones where it's the like the closed circuit videos, and it's like some dude just fucking with a chick, and then all of a sudden he didn't realize that some UFC fighter will be at the corner of the bar, and then he'll just walk over there and like pick him up by the throat and slam him to the ground, and you're like, yup.
Also, another Hall of Fame, what the fuck were you thinking? Is when some guy decided that look, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just going through the process of what this guy
Oh,
didn't think about.
right.
Is when it's like, hey, I'm going to, be inappropriate with a girl, hey, you know who might be an easy target? Cain Velasquez's daughter.
Velasquez's daughter.
And he beat this dude to death
Dude, hey,
and couldn't have gotten more support.
dude.
I mean,
I may have donated to that motherfucking GoFundMe because it was just like, yeah, dude, why are we putting this?
I mean, I have to say that I really didn't pay attention enough to like the news.
Man.
But had I known, I would have donated to his legal fund
Right.
because it's like, what are we doing here?
Dude, I mean, Dana White did. Dana White was like, nah, we're going to,
Nah.
we'll get him the shortest sentence possible if he has
Yeah.
to have something. But like, once he gets out,
Yeah. We
hey.
know that you got to do a little time,
bro.
right? But you're not going to be away for 25.
There was nobody that wasn't on his side except for
Nobody.
like that's a weird one because only the law is not on his side.
Yeah.
And that's the only person. And I don't even mean a human of the law. I just mean the actual
Tech-
letter,
technically the law.
the actual text of
Yeah.
the law. is
Nobody
against-
batted an eye, right?
Otherwise, the
because
rest of the world was
every
like-
dude who has a female
dude.
child
Right.
goes, yeah, nah.
Yeah, dude. Hurt my daughter. I dare you. You know what I mean? It's like no.
Yeah, it's like he
Right.
did what to whose daughter, and what happened? Fuck around and find out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Fuck
Yeah.
around and find out.
Yep.
So yeah, yeah. Nobody was like doing videos of like, you know, this is disgusting. He's a trained killer.
No,
he
maybe.
shouldn't. This kid shouldn't have. He shouldn't have killed this
No,
kid.
there wasn't a
Everybody
parent
was like,
in the world.
you know what I mean?
Right.
Your dad's an accountant. Maybe.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? If anything,
Nah,
you're
dude,
gonna get shit. You're gonna get shot.
Right.
Accountant daddy, you know, maybe watching fucking Grand Thumb videos
Right.
at home and got a fucking gun collection. He
Yeah.
finds out that you got too handsy with his daughter and he fucking
'Cause
smokes you. That's
There's
one
these
thing.
times when you have to go like, hey, what were you thinking?
Yeah.
You know, and
Can you imagine?
I had this discussion at work the other
Whether
day.
it was St. Peter at the pearly gates or like whoever fucking runs the gates you go to before you get let into hell,
Mm-hmm.
right? They're opening up whatever book.
Right.
And they're like, so I see you sexually assaulted a young woman and, oh, Cain Velasquez?
And they do the over the glass look.
He's like, man, I thought I should be in heaven. And he's like, well, no. I mean, even if you led a great life,
Right.
you should go to hell by sheer stupidity alone.
Sorry.
I always think of imagine that like
Right.
there's
Oh,
some
dude.
kind of confusion and
Right.
maybe we all go to St. Peter
Right.
at the pearly gates and he's got like one of those,
Yeah, the lever.
you know what I mean? And you take the fire slide right
Yeah.
down the hill and he's like, oh, well, you know, you've had some trouble, but wait a minute.
Yeah.
You sexually assaulted Cain Velasquez's daughter?
You stupid mother.
Chicka.
Yeah, just drop
You know
it.
what I mean?
Well, I was getting.
I'm not even waiting. I don't even know if I would read it
Yeah.
out loud. Be like, that's pull that fucking lever, dumbass. That's what I'm screaming down as he goes down.
100%.
Yeah. So no, look, nobody cares. You
Nobody
know what I
cares.
mean? Nobody couldn't have
Nope.
cared less. They were like, what? He did something to his daughter, and then
Nah,
he
man.
beat him to death. Well,
Well,
hey, look.
yeah. Well, it's this, and again, that's what I
Hey,
was talking
first of
about to
all,
somebody.
don't engage in that activity in
Right.
first place.
100%.
Second
was-
of all, don't do it with one of the most scary motherfuckers that ever got into an octagon.
dude.
You know
I
what
was
I mean?
talking about that to somebody who I was like, wow, that's a weird person to choose to hit because it wasn't somebody that I would recommend hitting. And I was like, And in my head, I often do that. I also like go, what? Why would you do that? Why that one? Like, I'm not gonna go pick a fight with Mike Tyson. Right? I don't care if he's 60. Right? I'm not picking a fight with Mike Tyson. Period. Right? But then I also like the unexpecteds. And here's one that always cracked me up. It's like paparazzi likes to push people, right? Well,
Oh,
one
yeah.
time they were at the airport and somebody went too far and was pushing too hard on tiny 4'11" Icelandic Bjork, right?
Yeah.
And guess what? She beat the shit out of that paparazzi version. And I love that because you wouldn't expect tiny 4'11" weirdo.
No, it should have been like, Why you so mean?
You're so
And
mean."
then cry and run off.
Yeah, and
But
instead
she-
she was like, "Oh, you're so mean. Guess what?
I choose violence.
Fucking just beat the living shit out of this paparazzi dude." And you're like, "What the fuck? Bjork's like a little weird spider monkey, like just
Yeah.
on him, just fucking." And like he tried to sue, and they were like, "I mean, you got beat up by a girl."
It's the
They were
same
just
thing.
like-
It's the same thing where the guy that got fucking whooped by a reacher.
Oh yeah, dude.
And
of
then-
all the people to
And
try
then again, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Look, I understand that this guy
Sure, man.
maybe he's jacked for, screen
right, yeah,
to
he's
look
an
good on
actor,
screen.
but
He's
guess
an
what?
actor, but he's also like 6'3", like 250 pounds.
Just a pure.
And just ripped. I'm not
Why are
talking
you
about
fucking
like,
with him?
some
Yeah.
convenience store clerk who's like 250 pounds.
Right.
You're talking to fucking the guy that they chose to be a book accurate Jack Reacher,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And if you, I don't, and look, it'd be the same thing if me, right? I'm technically a big dude,
Right.
right? But I'm not Jack Reacher big.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And so all of a sudden I'm somewhere and for whatever I have a brain aneurysm
Mm-hmm.
and decide that he's not that big. And then I just get pummeled,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What the fuck was I thinking?
No. Stupid.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm not even rolling up on fucking Tom Cruise, and this guy is fucking 10 years
Yeah.
older than me.
Right.
But
And
have
shorter.
you? But,
But
have you
have you seen
seen
him?
Tom Cruise?
I'm not doing it. And also, he's crazy. I get the
First
real
of all, I'm not fighting him. Second of all, I'm not challenging him to a foot race because I'm
No.
getting smoked in both.
smoke. I also think his mentality has proven. Sometimes it's not even so much about your skill set as the lack of quit. And
Yeah.
I guarantee you, Tom Cruise got
Tom-
no quit,
Tom's cardio is on point.
and his brain isn't gonna let him stop.
And
He's
then-
just up there laughing as he's trying to just beat, and you're like,
yeah,
"Man,
he goes, I learned this. I'm going to
His-
pull your arm out of socket.
his single punch alone may not hurt, but it's like, yeah, but he's gonna do 500
The
of them.
cumulative damage.
And he's gonna fucking not stop. And it's like, well, how come? It's like, I don't know. Probably because he stood on top of a fucking airplane without a rope with his arms crossed, going, hey, come see my movie. And then the plane rolled over. You know what I mean? It was like, is he just gonna stand on it?
Yeah. Again,
What the fuck? And they're like, yeah.
maybe it's these people, they're just not on top of things as far as pop culture like we are,
Yeah.
right? And so you're kind of pop culture illiterate.
Yeah.
And so you go, yeah, I'll fucking buck up to Tom Cruise. All right, good luck.
Good luck, man.
I'm
luck.
going to go grab Terry Cruz's dick. Good luck.
Good luck, dude. Yeah, I don't know why Terry Crews just didn't fucking pick him up. Like, just
Yeah.
lift him up and be like, hey, what are you doing?
I mean,
You know, I
look,
don't know
you
how.
get, look, I'm just saying,
I
look,
wasn't there.
and
But
look, we say all these things in jest.
all in jest.
But, there's also other deciding factors of maybe why he didn't decide
Sure.
to throw this guy off a balcony.
Well, I also,
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I also look at it
Just for Terry Crews specifically.
Hey, right. And also, Terry Crews to me seems like a very nice guy. He also seems very passive, very chill.
Yeah.
Right. Outside of like a role he plays or something, he seems like a very nice, passive, chill guy. But you know what? There's also somebody that physically doesn't look scary, but is clearly mentally fucking disturbed. I wouldn't go fuck with Nick Cage, and not because I'm thinking he's tougher than me.
No.
It's just he seems like a fucking crazy person.
Yeah.
You'd be like, you like that, huh? And all of a sudden his eyes are coming at me, and I'm like,
I bought this sword off an auction. It's
Yeah.
a 475-year-old samurai sword.
And then he just stabs you.
It's kind of
through-
like that move in the Wolverine movie, The Wolverine,
yeah,
where that super hot Japanese woman comes in there and she goes, "This is a 370-year-old
Yeah.
samurai sword we call something
yeah.
the separated bone from body." I could just see Cage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you chose to break into my house, huh?
Yeah.
Ever showed you this?
He's
This
just-
was a battle-used samurai sword
Yeah,
from the
fucking-
Edo period.
Yep, and he
then
just
they
cuts you
just
in
get
half.
there. Yeah.
right, because he's not. He doesn't have the trigger.
Oh man, I love that rug.
He doesn't have the trigger that turns off normal to psycho. It's just always on. It's like
It's
well, that
full
guy's
Cage,
a sociopathic
24/7.
fucking nut. So it's like, maybe don't fuck with him. Maybe just
Be like,
learn.
hey man, you seen Ralph? It's like, bro, you didn't hear?
You in here?
He broke into Nick Cage's house and Nick Cage cut him in half with a
Oh, dude.
500-year-old samurai sword.
It's happened with multiple fighters, but it happened. I forget which was the first UFC fighter, but they had a break in, and then they got. But it happened to Shab, and it's like, why you could like, for whatever people could hate on. It's like, hey, he was a football player he was the top 10 heavyweight. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
like, what are you doing?
Shab may have not been the best fighter when it came to fighting other similar size,
Right.
similar trained opponents.
Yet he still beat like Krokow and was in the top 10 of the elite,
hey,
the best
look.
of the best. Right?
Look, I give you shit
I'm not breaking into his house
because you're diehard thick
Yeah,
boy,
yeah.
right?
Right. But put that aside, even if I wasn't, I would go, hold on. Wait, didn't he fucking get drafted in the NFL? He'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Look,
like, wait, he played.
by his own admission, he goes, "Well, I tried out for an NFL team
Right.
just enough to finish a coffee
Right.
or latte,
Yeah,
as he
yeah.
put it.
Yeah.
Still
there.
more than most
right?
motherfuckers we know."
And, he played on that other, whatever that fucking arena league was. He was
Yeah.
in Colorado State, right? Like, he's already
D1
this
athlete.
He's already a D1 athlete. Turned
By Callan's
top
admission,
10.
unworldly strong.
Right. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, he beat.
Why are
he beat
you-
the fucking mountain?
I'm sorry, I got
no, that's fine.
distracted by.
He did beat the
Fucking
mountain
rogue.
in a lift contest. They were
Goddamn.
doing deadlifts,
Yeah.
and he did beat him. In
No
it's like So
question, this dude is a monster.
he breaks into. Somebody broke into his house, and he's like, "Hey, everybody, stay upstairs, right?" And he comes down, as by his own admission again, and the surveillance footage comes down in fucking tighty whities, and he's got a bat and an AK, and it's like, guess who's winning this war, right? Not the home invader.
In this Fruit of the Looms and all.
Dude, just a fucking crazy CTE ridden failed comedian Shab. Just going.
And I know this is way off topic, but I mean, it's what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel, I kind of didn't feel bad for him for a while.
Sure.
Now I'm just kind of like, well, it's kind of coming full circle to how we started this whole podcast with Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yeah.
Right?
It's never coming, but yeah.
Look, maybe the guy flew too high too soon.
Too soon. Yeah.
Right? We agreed on that
Right.
several times.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Maybe I'm not saying he's not funny because
No shortage of funny.
I've seen him on the podcast, whether it was T Fat K
Right.
or Golden Hour.
Dude, him and Theo roasting each other.
Sting and the
I could watch
King.
an hour straight of just those two roasting each other. They're both
when
good
he
at that.
when he was off the cuff
Right.
and just taking whatever was said,
That's
and
when
then,
he's funny.
and then hitting it again.
He can't write jokes. Right.
Right. Again, doesn't say he's not funny.
Right.
But I think also too, and the point I'm taking the long way around to get to,
Yeah.
is that like for some reason, a certain amount of people start hating on someone,
Yeah, yeah. And then,
right? And then other people start hating.
Right. Tom
And then-
Cruise,
and then the
Jared Leto.
Then the
Right.
people that originally started it move on to somebody else.
Yeah.
But then there's those that stay
Yeah.
and just
and that's
live.
what Reddit is.
Yeah, they just live to stay talking shit about this one thing.
Yeah.
Right? It's because, hey, there's 1,000 other people that agree with me
Yep.
and they're messaging me and we're having a good old time talking about how
Right.
much we fucking hate Shab.
Right.
When really,
Really.
it's
Yep.
like they want to, like I saw something the other day, it was on Reddit of all places.
Yeah.
I wasn't there for that. I kind of got sidetracked because I was there for other things that
Sure.
we won't talk
Yeah,
about.
what's Reddit's best for?
But it's kind of like, they were talking about that cat that was on the show,
Mm-hmm.
the hot Asian
Yeah,
chick
hot Asian chick
that
with
was
her
like
feet. Yeah.
had the OF making money,
Crazy money.
right? And I'm like, okay, yeah, I know he's married,
Right.
right? And I'm not saying infidelity is
Right.
good,
Right. Of course not.
but in the list of things
In the list
that
of-
we want to like really vilify somebody for,
Yeah, yeah. Is this the one where
This is the hill we're dying on. That he was like hot for his super hot Asian assistant.
No,
No,
not one I'm dying.
not me.
Nope.
I was more. I guess I was more kind of jaded about how he's a good announcer.
Right.
He's a good podcaster.
Right.
I think he should have dumped Callan. I'm not saying, look, when Callan was going through his trouble, he was
Sure,
was a
man.
bro. He kept him
Yep.
up. But at some point,
You got it.
nobody likes listening to fucking Brian Callen talk about any goddamn thing.
What, have you never been to Nicaragua?
Yeah, that shit gets old.
Winner.
But hey, look, if you want to, don't hate the guy about loyalty because
Right.
he's fucking
just
stuck
fucking
with this
loyal.
dude way longer
To
than he
a
should
fault.
have.
Yeah.
Should have.
Yep.
Right? I think if he'd have separated from that dude, I know that you like the Golden Hour.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like D'Elia. What he did, I don't know.
Yeah.
Eric,
He's there.
he's funny
He's a funny,
and he's a good,
likable guy.
he's a likable guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not like D'Elia wasn't funny.
Right.
He was just like, hey man,
Hey man, dial
stay
it
off the
back.
fucking
Right.
DMs, bro.
I love that he admits it openly and says
Dial
makes
it
his
back.
own jokes about it now.
And that's great.
That's how you do it.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would listen, and then Shab moves to Austin,
Mm-hmm.
and I get it. Nobody wants to fucking pay California taxes.
Nobody.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe for some reason I think I saw something where he was going back to stand up, right? But now he was talking about like car shit instead of
he's
like
got a car thing now. Yeah.
like dick jokes, like as he used to put it,
right.
right? Look, I said this before. He should have like taken his licks,
Right.
went underground,
Yep.
went back to clubs,
Yeah.
went right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Find things. 'Cause, look, when people talk about topics and shit, and they
Right.
say stuff, boom, he was
He's
right
quick.
there. Was a good retort that was
Always.
hilarious,
Right.
right?
Yeah,
He
that's
should've
why
fu-
it ever happened to begin with. Yeah.
He should have focused on that, right? He
Right.
got too much too soon, and people fucking burned him alive about
You
it.
ever think about this? Is a one that I always think about is the comedic actors of the world
Mm-hmm.
that were never stand-ups. It's like
Right.
Will Ferrell knows how to be funny on screen, right?
Sure.
But he's not a joke writer. And that's
No.
kind of one of those things where you go, hey, there's a way to be the funny person, but also you're not the guy who has to write it. Like, you can also be the funniest person in the room,
Right.
right? And that's great. That's why I think the podcasting thing works, because it's like, hey, man, just have a guest on and be the funniest person there with your quips.
You think
and
of
your-
his podcast without Callan,
Without
and I know
fucking-
I'm bagging on Callan,
yeah.
but I mean, he's
someti-
kind of
yeah.
it's tiresome,
It
right?
gets exhausting. Yeah.
But you have Shab, you have some other co-host,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then for a while there, they were getting like the most up and coming people,
Oh,
like
yeah,
Jeff
yeah.
Dye, Jelly
Josh
Roll,
Wolf, Jelly, yeah.
All those
a lot
guys.
of really great. Yes.
right? And you take out Callan out of the equation, and just have somebody else to bounce off of, and then you have this really funny guest, and then you have a funnier podcast, right?
I remember when Joe Coy would come on. Joe Coy's selling out Kia Forum and shit like that. But
Yeah.
it's like Joe Coy would come on there and it would be
Huge.
them two, and it's like, hey, this is fucking hilarious.
This is the formula.
This is great. You know,
this
But
is
then
how you
I
go
gotta deal
forward.
with, I was training with these special forces. It's all.
I had a guy who's a really serious guy, and it's a serious, and I was told he
he's
was
very-
serious by
very
other
wealthy.
guys who I know to be serious, and I'm like, all right,
All right.
give it the fuck
Stop.
up, dude.
He's actually very wealthy.
Hey, look.
he's trained.
Hot take.
Trained killer, wealthy.
Callan has been has been a fucking anchor that's kept him from
Yeah.
floating to the top
Yes.
long before
It
you
feels
know.
that way.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, also, when your very best friend has you on his podcast and constantly goes, "Shut the fuck up, Brian," and when you hear Rogan say that hundreds of times, there's probably a clip out there that's just a show of the amount of
compilation.
times, of him going.
you don't know what you're talking about.
You know what you're talking about. You have no idea. Shut up. And it's like, dude, this is your best
Yeah.
friend. You've known this guy for 39 years or some shit. They're both just like, hey, shut the
Yeah,
fuck.
when him and Shab and Eddie Bravo
Yeah.
and Callan get together, there's a good half hour of solid.
Of
I mean, if
just-
you put it all together, 30 minutes of them all going, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Shut up, Brian.
It's like, well, we have to listen. We got to think about. They're all just.
Well, legislation in Norway, and it's like,
the fuck up.
nobody.
Shut up.
First of all, you don't know what you're talking about.
I
Second
know,
of
everybody,
all,
this is inside baseball.
Inside
as
baseball.
fuck,
but you don't know what you're talking about, and
We're really
plus
doing it.
nobody cares
Right.
whatever kind of reference you bring up. You know
No.
what I mean?
Mm-mm.
And, so yeah. I mean, I think he got a bad rap,
Sure.
And like I said, there's no shortage of Reddit threads or
Mm-mm.
YouTube videos of them just bashing the guy. It's
Oh
like,
yeah.
hey man, at some point you gotta
Just move on.
fucking
dude.
move on.
Bobby Lee moved on. Just move on, dude. Let it go. Let it go.
Well, that too, and I know this is inside baseball,
I'm all in.
right? But that was the second thing that kind of didn't help him,
Did not help.
right?
Yeah. Don't go.
Was first of all, he got too much too soon.
Right.
Got a special
Yeah.
when it took other
Yeah, dude. 10, 12 years.
way, way better.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he couldn't have got there.
Right. Yeah.
I'm
no,
just
everybody
saying
could get there.
compared
Right.
to other people who had specials who waited 5, 10, maybe.
Mhm.
I mean, Bobby refused to do a special because he didn't want the hate,
Dude.
right?
I
But
think his first one comes out later this year,
right. And so my point
which is crazy because he's been doing this shit since the 90s when he was on Mad TV.
exactly. My point is then the next thing happens is that you go to war with, hey, look, Bobby's never put out any specials,
He's one of the most beloved.
but he's not only is he one of the most beloved comedians, stand-up comedians, but he was also, he's fucking funny. You know what I mean?
There's no denying it.
And so if you're another comedian in the ecosystem, and they're like, who's fucking with Bobby? Because Bobby's been in it since like '95.
Right.
You know
And
what I
then
mean?
they go and get the easiest target.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, really, bro? Why is the easiest target fucking with Bobby Lee?
Why would anybody think that they were going to choose your side over a 20-year plus at the time
Mm-hmm.
comic who got passed, who got
Right.
not passed, but got passed into the comedy club,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
comedy store,
Right.
right? Does all of the comedy big spots in
All of them,
California.
all the time. Everybody loves him.
Was a working, successful comedian,
Right. Wildly successful podcaster.
right? Tiger Belly was already successful, and then he hooks up with Santino on
Friends
Bad
is
Friends,
great.
and that fucking blows up, right?
They got a game show coming.
Yeah.
I just saw the clip for it.
And well, the only reason why I saw it is because they had one where it was like Oliver Tree,
Oh man,
Which would-
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Right?
Yeah. Man, I felt bad. By the way, sidebar again. That's the first celebrity fandom death that Lincoln's got because Lincoln's a big fan.
Oh, was he,
Yeah, like a big fan.
or is he?
Yeah. And so
I mean,
I
look-
held the news from him, and then like 3 days later, he's like, "Hey, Poppy," and I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Did you hear about Oliver Tree?" And I was like,
Yeah, buddy.
"I did, man. I just didn't want to say anything." And he's like, "That's sad." And I was like, "I know." And he's like, "And in a helicopter." I was like, "I know." And he goes, "We ride helicopters." I was like, "I know." And in my head, I thought this is when he was going to be like, "Well, I'm never riding a helicopter again." But that's
Nah.
not where he went at
That's
all.
not Lincoln.
It's not at all how he took it. He was just like, "Man."
Look,
He was bummed out, but I felt because I was like, oh,
I'm
man,
not. I'm
this-
not laughing at
No,
the
of
tragedy.
course
I'm
not.
just. It's more of how much joy your son brings to my heart. Because
'Cause I mean-
he's like, I'm never getting in another helicopter. He's probably thinking, I'm gonna learn how to fly a helicopter.
Yeah, right. So that when it does, I'll jump up there and counterbalance.
So I won't need a pilot if I want to go somewhere in a helicopter. I'll just take myself.
I'll go myself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but again, that's why.
Dude, he wanted to take his bicycle to 7-Eleven the other day on his own, right? And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just going to go to 7-Eleven on my own then if you won't take me.
The
I was
fuck
like,
you
on
are.
what? He's like, I'm going to get on my bike. I was like, what the
Absolutely
fuck?
not.
It's like, no, you're not. And he's like, I will. I know how to get there. I was like, no, I know you do, but that's not
No,
crazy person. But
absolutely not.
yeah, R.I.P. Oliver Tree. But yeah, I did see that was happening. But again, you know, it's the same world though. It's all this pick your battle shit. That's basically the
Yeah.
moral of this episode is picking your battle. It's
Hey,
like,
look, you need
hey,
to
man.
be in this world. You gotta be absolutely sure of what hill you're gonna go
Yeah.
charge and die on.
Right.
Right? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because you can't go up against somebody who was. Look, I don't care if you thought he was funny or not.
Right.
He's got the time in.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you'll take comics, especially even if they're successful. If some newbie, if some content creator decides to do stand up,
Right.
when their YouTube views goes down, and people say, "Oh, you're so funny, you should do stand up," and then they do it and they're not good,
Not good. Right.
and you decide you're going to challenge even like somebody who's kind of like known,
right.
but maybe didn't blow up.
Right.
Even the more established comics are going to choose that guy because it was like, hey man, I remember when I was at his level
100%.
and he was good to me,
Mm-hmm.
right? And which
Yep.
how many people we've heard about Bobby Lee
That's
helping young comics
100%.
and anybody who's blown up, who's gone on this
Yeah, yeah,
podcast that has some kind of story. Tom Segura,
Right.
Bert Kreischer, I
Yeah,
mean
yeah.
all the big
That
dogs.
that Barbosa kid. It's like
Yeah,
the right place, the right time, the right podcast.
exactly.
pushing
And
it. Yeah.
so it's like they're all going to go with the 20-year comic, even if he maybe didn't get above a certain level.
Yeah.
All the people that did, and
Right.
remember how nice this dude was when they were at the same level,
Yeah.
they don't forget that shit.
No.
Some do.
Some
most of them
do,
don't.
but most don't.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was never going to be something he was going to win.
Right. No.
Yeah. All right. Is everybody asleep? Wake up, children.
Wake up.
But yeah.
I get it.
Oh, so anyway, people just want to rip on shit now,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
And we talk about this a lot.
Yeah.
So you can judge me if you want. Woke up June 25th, pre-ordered Grand Theft Auto 6,
Mm-hmm.
right? Got the Ultimate
Yeah.
Edition, right? Because it's going to let you get like pre-order special shit when the game starts.
Yeah.
And then the news hits that they're not going to have a disc. There's not going to be a disc.
Yeah.
And then apparently,
I saw Gamefly. I was mad about that too.
all of a sudden now everybody's fucking up in arms. And I'm like, people, what are we doing?
Hey, here's the reason that doesn't matter. This is why I'm going to say it.
Does not matter.
You know why it really doesn't matter? I have a bunch of games in there that have discs,
Yeah.
but the games are not supported anymore. So even when you put the disc in, there's nothing to play,
Yeah.
right? Like Lincoln bought this really cool game. He was all excited. It was on a clearance sale, and we got it home, and nothing was happening. I was like, I
There's
don't know
like,
what's going
hey,
on.
I know you paid $10 for this,
Dude,
but
the game doesn't exist anymore because it
Good
has
fucking
to
luck.
connect to an online source. And I'm like, well, what's the point? The whole point of having the disc was if you don't have the internet, you could play a game. That was it. That's always been
and
the
look,
best part.
different people, different outlets, different whatever you want to call it, argue. They all speculate about the budget of this game,
Sure.
right? Some people say, if from as little as 900 million
Right.
to almost $3 billion, right? So forgive a company
Right.
who just, even on the low end,
Even on the low end is
committed
insane. Right.
almost $1 billion to development of a game that's been the most anticipated for the last 13 years. That they don't
Man,
want, because you know what happens when you give discs out? They get pirated,
Oh, for sure.
right?
Yes, but and here's the problem. Okay, this is a twofer. When you do a thing, okay, and say you're great at it, right? and I'm not talking about specific fandom. It's talking about quality and skill set. But when you do this thing at a certain high level, right? And then you're like, hey man, we're gonna work on this next thing. Obviously, immediately the expectations are high, right? But then when you start taking longer and longer and longer, well, first people start getting curious, and then they start getting mad, and then but then when it finally comes, your expectations alone
Sure.
have to be through the roof. And the problem with that is if it doesn't meet at 100,000% perfect, right? It starts getting obliterated.
And I know fanboyed over it earlier.
Which is not fair, by the way. It's also not fair.
No.
It should be able to come in as an 80% game and still be great. But it's going to have to come in at
Well,
110%.
look, look, in my case, this is what I want, right? I want a interactive sandbox, right?
Right.
I don't need to go into every fucking building. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Which people, that's one of the things that they're
Yeah.
speculating about is like 65% to 70% of the interiors are you're going to be able to go into,
Yeah.
right? I mean, all right, who cares?
Who cares?
I'm not going to spend all my time. Oh, can I go into this store?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I
can
mean?
go buy it? Yeah.
Right. But if they can accomplish even like you said 80% of the kind of immersion that you got with Red Dead Redemption 2 about how you're just out in the wilds, in the mountains, in the swamps, and you got to worry about gators, you got to worry about fucking mountain lions, panthers. Oh my. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You got interactive PCs because a lot of stuff that they did in Red Dead Redemption 2 is that if you robbed a store in a small town, you could outrun the law, right?
Yeah.
But if you didn't change your outfit or change your appearance and you went back, not long after, those motherfuckers recognized you, right?
Yeah.
They'd be like, "You were here before. You were causing trouble,"
Right.
or "I remember you," and then they'll fucking run to the sheriff and tell him, "Hey, that guy that fucking robbed the store is back, and he's down at the saloon." Next thing you know, you got the law on you, right?
Yep.
That excites me, right? Because now you got to be a smarter player. Like in Grand Theft Auto 5, you just hook down an alley and tuck in.
Yeah. Tuck it up.
It,
Yeah, I did that all the time. Same thing with one of the Need for Speeds where it was like a hot pursuit.
I mean,
It was
you
hot
can.
pursuit.
It's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
It's not that tough to outrun. So to have a more dynamic law enforcement that more smarter
Right.
that'll know your tricks, and then by some speculation is that's going to be how it is they're going to have a more evolved
Right.
kind of like wanted system, and I'm all right for that. If I gotta
sure.
be smarter to outrun the law, that's cool.
Yeah.
And just like the realism, bigger map, you know what I mean. But what I'm really excited for is like it's not the '80s anymore, but it was like me and
When's this going to be set? Is it going to be set?
no, it's gonna be
modern
set in
day?
modern times, but it's
Okay.
gonna be in Vice City.
Okay.
But like me and another coworker were talking about, I think yesterday morning, it's like it may not look. We were talking about Miami Vice,
Yeah.
and we were talking about Miami Vice in the '80s, different time,
Right.
right? Clothing was different, hair, music, everything was different, right? You think of Miami now, okay?
Woo.
The Miami vibe is still
Oh, it's still Miami.
1980 Miami is
the
still
DNA is still there.
you know
Trust
what
me.
I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you may be a few generations removed, but it's still fucking
still
Miami.
there, dude.
It's still
Oh,
Florida.
Miami.
It's still the whole crazy fucking state.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I'm like, because that's what I loved about Vice City. And that's what I hope that they'll capture some of that in this new one. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
But people picking, it's like,
It's gonna
we're
be,
not going to have physical media to put in our fucking deal. And then they go, well, yeah, I mean, probably not for a while. I'm sure they'll do something.
You never
And
know.
I get it, limited edition. You pay more money, blah, 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 blah.
You see Domino's, they put out their, whatever you call it, they put out their press release. And it said, starting, whatever date, they were like, we know this is big news, but we are moving to digital pizza only.
Well, that's just
It's like, this is fucking great, dude.
that's just some sarcastic asshole going,
That's-
hey,
I love it, dude.
in the social media department going, hey, they're kind of flipping out over this no disc shit for
I
Grand
love
Theft
when
Auto
I
6.
love when a company has a sense of humor. Wendy's is good
Yeah.
at it, but I love the Domino's jumped on it. Arby's used to do it all up the
that's fine.
all over the place.
But when you got like, and look, I understand that.
Now GameFly's mad. GameFly's like,
well,
we may
because
have to shutter our doors.
Their whole business model is
Right.
like what Netflix was with DVDs. You know what I mean?
For sure.
You know what Netflix did do? They fucking pivoted.
They pivoted, baby.
right? And
I
now
talk
they're
about this all the time.
Now they're the
All the
biggest
time.
fucking streaming platform, maybe other than Disney Plus.
I talk about it all
Right.
the time, dude. It's
Bigger
all
than
about the pivot.
Hulu, bigger than Peacock, bigger than fucking
Yeah.
Paramount.
Dude,
It's because hey, look, it's like, oh shit, this is happening. Maybe we need to do something different.
Yeah.
And they made the moves to make it, and they fucking survived.
I had a running joke because look, a really good giant like manufacturing corporation will pivot to a new thing, right? So
Yeah.
it's like, hey, these things are out. We got to go.
Adapt or
hey,
die.
VHS goes out. Well, then we do it. But I always cracked up because I made the joke. Right, Daewoo is a company that makes everything from TVs to cars to all this shit.
Yeah.
And my joke was, hey, you buy a 60-inch Daewoo TV, they throw in a Daewoo car. Because all these other companies, you go like buy a new car, and they're like, we'll throw in a fucking 50-inch
Yeah.
Toshiba flat screen. Well, guess what? Daewoo's like, hey, you buy the TV,
We'll give you a hatchback.
we'll give you a fucking hatchback. And I like a company that'll pivot, right? Because then it's like when this shit goes like Yamaha, it's like, what do you want? A car? You want a guitar? You want a motorcycle? TV? You want?
Hey, man.
What do you want? They'll just do it.
Hey, look, they
Figure it
make
out.
shit.
Right.
Right.
So figure it out. You know what I mean?
So it's like, hey, we make this thing, but it's kind of going out of style. And Chad
right.
goes, hey, well, we already make shit.
You already make shit.
What do we have to do to be able to make the new thing?
Right.
It's like, I don't
It's
know.
like
We got to do some
World War II hits, right?
machine refit. Is that going to be like super expensive? Well, no.
No. About a
Well,
grand.
okay, here we go.
Okay.
We stop making thing A. We do a little tweaking. We start
Right.
making thing B. Guess
Yep.
what? Hey, if we're going to do thing B, let's make it pretty fucking good.
Right.
And then everybody will
Hey.
want to buy that.
Remember all the Texas distilleries during COVID started making hand sanitizer?
Yeah.
Because it turns out it's only one ingredient different from fucking tequila
Yeah.
or vodka. They're like,
It's like
It's
you
actually-
smell like a boozer, but
yeah, it's actually,
you're not gonna, cough yourself to death.
Turns out when we had xanthan gum, this is hand sanitizer. It's like, really? It's like,
Yeah.
we didn't know.
We
Who
had to
knew?
we had to put a little something in there to not make it just liquid, right? Because we wanted to
So
keep
funny.
alcoholics from just carrying around hand sanitizer like in a flask. You know what I mean?
Spooning it.
Yeah, we gotta make them work. You gotta have a little goo. We gotta put a little goo in it so they don't just fucking take shots of it. You know what I mean?
Sure. And then we can just give it away. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they were giving it away to first responders. I know because TxDOT got it. We got 100 gallons worth of
Dude,
Tito's vodka hand
Dude,
sanitizer.
there was that local distillery here in town,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
They gave us
Right.
hand sanitizers and like the giant Ozarka
Uh-huh.
jugs that you put on the water machine,
Exactly. Like,
and we refilled our own spray bottles. You know what I mean? It was like, oh, we're out of hand sanitizer. So you're back there and you're like trying to tip it over and use a funnel to pour it into a fucking bottle. But
yeah.
hey, man, when you couldn't get it anywhere,
You couldn't get anywhere. Here it is.
hey, man, we had hand sanitizer.
Pivot. That's all I'm saying.
Throw
That's all.
throw in a little fucking cherry slush. Yeah, you're not doing
Right.
too bad.
Yeah.
You might go
dude.
blind, but hey,
My guitar player and my
it'll
drummer,
get there.
they moved to Colorado. So I was like, okay, well, turns out I know how to play guitar and drums,
Yeah,
right? So I just
pivot.
kept going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could have been like, well, I guess, and joined another band that somebody, or I could just go, I'll just do it.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
just,
all right.
it's fine.
That's what I'm saying. It's like people are looking for something to like, because look, like you said, we've had 13 years at this point of anticipation, and especially in the last like 5 years.
Yeah. It's
We
just
got
become
like,
the running
hey
joke.
man, hey, it's coming, and it's like, no,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we want to move it back because we want to make sure it's perfect.
Right.
All right, well, motherfucker, we giving you another 5 years to get
What
it
are you
right.
doing?
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So, and get it, and especially, I mean, I don't know how many people follow like the gamer worlds, but like Cyberpunk 2077
Oh, yeah.
with like this massive game,
Right.
but it was so fucking crazy bugged out
Bugged
that
out
like,
at first. Yeah.
and so they for like almost a year, they just kept putting out patches
Dude, left
Right.
and right. Yes.
to fucking fix this shit.
And I love that game. But
And then people, as much as they loved it, they fucking it was a hot topic for people to bag on because it was like so much it was so much space to download.
oh, dude.
It was expensive.
right.
You know what I mean?
You
And
ever
then-
You ever play Overwatch?
A little.
Okay, I liked Overwatch, but it had all these like things that were holding it back, right?
Right.
Well, then they released Overwatch 2. Okay. Well, we went to go play Overwatch 1, and then Overwatch 1 didn't work, and they were like, no, we actually canceled Overwatch 1 altogether, so now you just have to buy Overwatch. So,
Yeah.
look,
I mean,
here's the thing. It starts, and you go, that's weird. And then you realize it's the same game.
yeah.
Right? And
Just
then I jumped
repackaged.
online. I was like, hey, and they were like, hey, turns out it is. And then finally the people came out and they were like, actually, yeah. But we didn't want to do patch after patch after patch after patch and a bunch of DLC for the next 6 years. So we just canceled it. Here's the new one. It's fixed. We call it Overwatch 2. Enjoy. Oh, it's free now.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, okay. Now,
Look,
should they have called it Overwatch 2?
Probably not.
No. Should they have just said, hey,
But
we're
how
gonna
quick did you get over it when it was for free?
fucking instantly? Because then we downloaded and Link and I went to town and then Lincoln
Yeah.
got really good and then he started beating his sister while she
Yeah.
was playing in the other
Hey,
room.
look, if
Yeah.
if you're having to have somebody keep downloading like DLCs, and that's
Dude.
and that's the one thing that, man, one of the favorite things I love about the first Red Dead Redemption was like 6 months after it released,
Mhm.
in like October,
Yeah.
like before Halloween, they released Undead Nightmare,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Where you're John Marston and you're in the same map. Not as you couldn't go all the places like you could go in the actual game,
Yeah.
but you still had a lot of the spaces to go,
Yeah.
right? But now you're fucking hunting zombies, right? And when Red Dead 2 was coming out, I was just like chomping at the bit
Yeah.
because I thought, yo, are we gonna get an Undead Nightmare
Right.
expansion pack or DLC, right? Where, and man, I was just going crazy in my head of all the ways they could like bring back spoiler alert,
Mhm.
right? The main character,
Right.
right? And so I'm just thinking, man, because in that game, there's a deal where you kind of deal with a vampire,
Mhm.
right? They did zombies in the first one.
Right.
One of the big places that you could go in the second one was the place modeled off of New Orleans.
Oh,
What
yeah,
the
yeah, I
fuck did
remember
they
that.
love in New Orleans?
Right.
It's fucking vampires,
Vampires.
right? And I'm thinking, man, that'd be fucking cool. But they didn't. And I just think, man, why wouldn't you do that?
Right.
Why wouldn't you just do the thing? I know everybody wants it.
Right.
But hey, look, they were into this like, oh, you go online and we'll put in like, we'll have, special things on Halloween or in October.
Right.
And we're like, yeah, I mean, all right, but that's not, because man, not only did the first game sell a bunch, but man, when they had that Undead Nightmare DLC,
Mhm.
man, I went and paid, and I paid money.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't think I would have paid 20, 30,
Mhm.
maybe even $40 to have a fucking vampire hunting expansion on that game?
Yeah.
Absolutely, I'd have paid the money.
100%.
I just shelled out $100 that I've been waiting to play for the last fucking 13 years,
Yeah.
right? You don't think I would have shelled out $40 to get a some kind of like vampire hunting
Right.
expansion pack for this game that was already fucking one of the
Yeah.
best games ever made? Absolutely, I would.
Yeah, I'll either because I know somebody who wants the game, and I'm trying to explain no, but
Oh no.
I know that that's gonna be one of the ones that I end up purchasing when it's called like PS Classics, right? And it's like $9.99.
Well, yeah, dude.
I'm gonna hate
Look.
type for a minute, unless it changes your world, and you're like, bro, unless you tell me
Who you
like,
talking about?
hey,
Like GTA 6?
yeah, unless GTA 6 changes your life, and you're like, you gotta see it, then I will go. Okay, I'll look. Hey,
I would
Okay.
look before you. Look, first of all, I don't know what kind of experience it's going to be to play this game,
yeah,
based on the absurd amount of YouTube videos where everybody's speculating of game features
Right.
and
Yeah,
story
yeah.
or whatever,
yeah,
right? I mean, even for your son,
mm-hmm.
yeah. Hey, look, can you blow people's legs off in Red Dead 2?
yeah,
with a double barrel?
Yes.
You can.
Right.
But you know what? You can also shoot a dynamite arrow into a bunch of clan members trying to light a cross.
Right. Also pretty good.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like you don't do this in real life, son, but racism is bad.
Right. Racism's bad.
So if you walk by and you see a bunch of guys trying to raise a burning cross and you decide that you just want to murder them all with a dynamite arrow,
yeah,
don't tell your mother.
right. Yeah, just don't tell your mom. I can't.
Don't tell your mom that I've given you access. Or if you want to, because in that game, there's like groups, there's like gangs, and they'll have camps, and you can just creep on them.
Yeah, yeah.
And just murder everybody in the gang, and then you can loot them all. And there's other shit around in their camp that you can collect.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
I have one of my hitman has a zombie level, and you can just murder zombies. You feel way less guilty, by the way, doing hitman against zombies. It's like, okay. Because you're trying to protect this facility, and I'm like, all right, man, I'll play that sometimes for 2 hours straight. Like I did it on a flight when we were flying to Vegas.
Yeah.
I was like, the movie I downloaded wouldn't play. And I was like, okay, all right then. And then I was like, well, I think I have my Hitman, and I hit Hitman, and it was like, yeah, do you want the new zombie update? And I was like, yeah. I clicked it, and I was like, cool, select zombie. And I did, and I was like, what the fuck? I played the entire flight, the whole 2-hour flight. I was sitting there zombied up.
Look, it's the same way that we are quick to accept like fantasy violence or like sci-fi violence, right?
Yeah.
Because are we gonna do we want your kids playing a game, say like Natural Born Killers, right?
Right.
Where they just murked
No.
everybody and anybody, or House of 1,000 Corpses, or the Devil's Rejects.
Right.
Great movies.
Sure, man,
but
that's
absolutely not meant for children.
No.
Right?
No.
But you give a child a game where they're killing zombies.
It's not the same.
It's not the
That's
same.
this whole Fortnite deal. It's it's just, you could say, hey, no, it's not Call of Duty or Halo. It's like, right, but he's just murdering, like, each match is like 100 people, right? It's like, I've seen him get like first, second, and third place. It's like, well, guess what? He just killed 89 people, right? But they're like, yeah, but it was with a fucking laser that shot fucking chicken.
He murdered 10 people with a bubble shooting gun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like nobody cares.
Then they explode, but it's like they explode with like fucking slime, and you're like, okay.
Hey, he's back there, Tipper Gore.
But
or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, she was about to rap lyrics.
When I'm watching the game,
though,
it's the same thing. I'm like, hey, dude, this is just Call of Duty for kids. And
Yeah.
so when he does switch over to Call of Duty, it's like, hey, this guy's gonna fucking murder everybody.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be great at it because it's the same mechanics and shit. But it is
Yeah,
funny how. And even like Nicole, we said no to this game, Squirrel with a Gun, which he ended up with anyway. But you play a squirrel who finds a gun and then you just kill everybody.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey man, you can't.
Hey, look,
This is pretty fucking violent.
indiscriminate killing, even if it's in cartoon form,
Yeah.
right? If it's like other actual people,
Right.
right? If it's like alien invasion, zombies,
And
vampires,
that's where Fortnite tries to win.
the infected.
Because you blew up a
I mean,
fucking...
people play The Last of Us. I mean, not only
yeah.
but you also murder other survivors
And that's...
in addition to the infected.
Right. And Fortnite, it'll be like, yeah, it's a gummy bear with headphones. But I'm like, yeah, man, but you did unload like 75 rounds into this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's nothing about it looks violent.
No.
And I'm like, all you did was change the skin from something like
yeah,
Call of
you
Duty.
just kind of, you painted the pig on this one.
That's
you know
it,
what I mean?
dude.
Lipstick on a pig.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Cracks me up.
So, I don't know, man. I'm excited. I mean,
No, hey, and everybody, Red Dead Redemption and Avengers Endgame. Just to let you know,
No.
these are two things that Paul...
Red Dead Redemption 2
Red Dead Redemption 2
and Endgame,
and Avengers Endgame.
which coincidentally I watched again on Tuesday. All right, because
I need to watch it again.
you do.
I need to watch it again mostly because we got stuff coming. You know,
Well, yeah,
we got down the pipe.
you gotta. I mean, well, look, this holiday season, right?
Right.
Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Yeah.
it's going to be huge for us.
Yeah.
Well, huge for me.
Well, you know, because I'm hopefully, you know, can't catch that Supergirl this week.
Yeah, we're gonna bring it to the end with speaking of hating shit.
The internet hates it. I don't know. I'll catch
Like
it on
I said,
HBO, I guess.
I barely watched 10 seconds, and that was like a clip where somebody was just burning it down, right? And then they're showing look. If I had to go on screenshots alone, right? So you get hot, drunk Supergirl at the end of Cornball Superman,
Yeah.
right? And then you see pictures of this new one, and you're like, the fuck happened? You know what I mean? It's like,
It doesn't look good.
and I haven't watched 1 minute of any of it, other
it
than
doesn't
clips.
look good. I keep watching clips.
But you're just like, what? How can they look? How can a studio, right? Well, we know why.
Hey, it's in
But
shambles.
in a general,
way,
how can you just keep
Yes.
just fucking throwing meatballs over the plate and then having these people just crush it out of the park
Mm-hmm.
with hate? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like they're hate swinging, right? And so, you know, you bring in Gunn, you bring in Safarian or whatever the fuck his name is. These guys are going to shepherd in a new era of DC, and it's going to be rad. And, you know,
Right.
even Peter Safarian gave an interview about how they want to rebuild the trust with the DC fans that have been disenfranchised or disenchanted
Right.
with things that have come out and the inconsistency and I mean, there's a laundry list of things that they've done wrong with something that was all right before those two assholes
it's
showed
fine.
up, right?
Right.
I mean, it wasn't perfect,
Wasn't perfect, man.
but it's a
hey,
far fucking sight better than where we are now with,
It makes you
with
go-
this shit.
This forces people to do that thing where they where we retroactively change our opinions.
Hey, look,
Hey.
Marvel brought back the Russos.
I just remember at one
Is
point,
DC gonna bring back your boy?
and again, this has nothing to do with me personally and my politics, but there was a really funny moment where I think it was like second term Obama, and you started seeing these billboards around, and there would be George Bush's face, and it would go, "Miss me now."
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not saying I'm for or against anything, but it is one of those funny moments where you're like,
Well,
right.
just as an example.
Just as an example, it would be like, oh man, I see what he's saying.
Are they gonna call you? What is your boy doing? Oh, 300.
Hey man, bring him back. That's all I'm saying. Miss me now, right? Because everybody now is starting to praise all the shit. It's like, oh, you were bagging on it for
Hey
fucking
man, and
7
look,
years.
and
but
he didn't do himself
now-
any favors with that crazy shit he did for Netflix, where he
Oh,
took
man,
what he
it's
wanted to be a Star
best,
Wars movie and then
greatest
turned it
movie.
in. No, it's not.
Great.
And nobody wants a fucking
Hey, dude.
4-hour fucking uncut version.
I
of
couldn't
it.
finish part 2, the director's cut, the other day.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, man? I never did finish part 2, the director's cut. I'm gonna do it. And keep in mind, I don't sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I fucking put it on, and I was like, man, I think I'm tired.
Yeah.
I think I'm feeling like I should.
Your
sleep. I
eyelids
put
got
on
real heavy.
I put on Point Break the original and like took my glasses off and went to sleep. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was like, we're gonna chill out to something fun here.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch Keanu.
Utah, give me two.
I've seen Point Break 7,000 times, and I was still like, do I finish this Rebel Moon 2? The Scar Giver, Child Bearer. I don't know what the fucking name was, but it was the director's
look.
cut. I was like, dude, I can't with you. What's
Look.
happening?
As much as Justice League had its problems, right?
Hey, which one? The square one in silver?
Right. This whole Snyder cut shit where they were like in fucking 13 or what the fuck it was called.
Fucking-
Not
it's
16 by 9. It was like whatever the fucking
It's
format.
black
it
and
was.
white and 2D. I'm like, bro, what am I back in 1981 with my shitty
Yeah.
TV in my bedroom?
Yeah.
This sucks.
This is not 1984.
This
is-
sucks.
He gave us like an Orwellian like
It's-
fucking
dude,
recut of
that's
that
exactly
movie.
what it was.
And it was like nobody wanted this. We all thought we wanted a Snyder cut, but we didn't want this one.
We're not that way.
You know
That's
what I
not
mean?
the one we wanted.
And yeah,
I mean, in full size and
he
in
didn't-
color, you
look,
weirdo.
Zack Snyder and HBO didn't understand the assignment when we said we wanted a Snyder cut. You know what I
And
mean?
he's like, cool. So black and white and square.
But given
No.
that,
still better.
I mean, look,
Still better than whatever
at this
fucking
point.
Gunn is giving us.
What can they lose?
Dude, the ending alone, where they're all sitting in the fucking desert and Leto's in like the fucked up Joker paint.
That's why I
And
forgave
then like
it.
it was such a good scene. You're like, God damn. And then like Superman's had enough, right?
Again, how do you not? How do you? Because you know, whenever that, because you know, once it comes out on DVD, it starts surfacing on
Right.
social media, right? People are doing clips, cuts. They're talking about it,
Right.
and then you go and you watch it yourself, and you see a Batman that has been through it.
Right.
You've seen a Superman who's obviously not in
Fucking-
his right mind.
Right.
You got Leto's fucking
Just
Joker,
acting his ass
who they
off at that
underused
point.
in
Right.
Suicide Squad,
Right.
right?
And now he's just full tilt.
Yeah.
Right. He's got weird face paint on. His hair's running everywhere.
Why did they leave Chad out
I
of
think-
that meeting
I
to
think
go?
I think in that scene wasn't no hot Heard in that scene.
Amber Heard? Yeah,
I
she
think
came
in that
back.
scene she was there
right?
looking like she'd been through it too.
Yeah, and
Like,
that's before they knew that, you know, she was shitting on
we
Johnny's
didn't- you know,
pillow.
we didn't know.
Be that as it may,
Still hot. But yeah,
still hot.
don't
Do you
Hey,
think
I
I'm not
understood
taking
why.
a chance?
I understood why he put up with it. You know what I mean? He's
You
like,
did
hey,
not? Do you not see? Do you not
Yeah.
me now with all that I know?
I was
Still wouldn't take a chance with Amber Heard?
I was
You
watching,
are out of
I was
your
watching
mind, dude.
Aquaman the other day, and I was like, I get it.
I sure do.
It's like
I get
I
it.
get it.
I get it. Right?
We
see her.
we see your depth.
You see her in Drive Crazy with our boy
Dude,
Cage.
I love that one where everything. Hey, if a human could be a red flag, it's her in that movie.
Yes.
It's like on the side of the
Art-
road with
art
jean shorts.
imitating
You're all,
life.
Hey, and this is hey.
She is gonna be trouble.
If Nick Cage wasn't there to do the devil's work or whatever the plot was of that fucking confusing ass movie, but like as soon as I saw her, I was like, oh man, if there were
Oh.
400 red flags, now would I ignore all 400 red flags?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so did Nick Cage. You know what I mean? But it's like,
so did
yeah,
him and Johnny.
yeah.
And
It's all-
you know, I mean,
Oh,
look, man.
I see.
I'm just saying. Hey, look. Do we know we're walking into an ambush?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Are we going anyway?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Now that's for sure. So with that, right?
You know you're gonna die in there. I know.
we then get like Cornball's Superman where he was fighting like a stuffed animal in the sky or some horse shit. And
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah. What are we doing?
man. So good luck, Gunn. Maybe they'll fire you once.
I
this-
mean, you know, I'm a little bit of me is sad.
I just wanted more from him because he literally
Because
has a talent. Don't get me wrong.
He's an extremely talented guy, and I think when Marvel chose him for Guardians of the Galaxy, man, it was just one of those ones that they didn't know if it would work, but
Right.
boy did it, right? We got 3 movies out of that and a Christmas special.
And they were all great. I loved every single one of them. I'm never gonna shit on any of them. I loved
Mm,
all
absolutely.
all of
I have
them. I loved
nothing-
all 3 movies. And
They're
the
no
special.
end game, but they're pretty fun.
I loved them all though.
right?
They were all great. They were if they felt necessary. None of them
And
felt
then
like
somebody dug up some fucking 10-year-old tweet, and they
yeah, dude. They got
shoved
Kevin Hardy.
He got fucking Spacey'd.
Yeah,
Wow, that's a little much.
Gillist.
They got Gillist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was stupid.
And then he went and he did fucking Suicide Squad.
Right.
You know, the second one,
The second one,
not that great.
not that great.
You know what I mean?
And then we got stuck with Peacemaker, and then a cartoon.
First season, I haven't even watched the second
I didn't
season.
even bother the second
It's
season.
it's kind of like Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah,
They're just. I'm not saying it's bad.
Right.
I'm just saying it hasn't
And it's fine.
evoked enough
It's-
interest for me to
Yeah.
watch it.
there are some really good sides to Spider-Man Noir. There really are. There's some very cool things to it. There's a few things that make it difficult. Cage isn't the reason it's difficult. It's I guess the suspension of like having to put yourself into this is kind of where it gets
Right.
most difficult. Cage does a really good job. The villains do a good job. And visually, if you liked Sin City, right?
Yeah.
Then watch this, right? If you're a fan of the Sin City vibe, It's got that in spades. It really does.
Well, I'm going to be off this holiday weekend.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll give it a go.
Does it feel necessary though? It doesn't. But
See-
and I liked it. Let me clarify to the world. I very much enjoyed it, but I'm also a Cage fan. I'm also a Spider-Man fan.
Right.
Right.
Well, here's the thing. When I would say one of the greatest Spider-Man movies that was animation.
Right.
was
100%.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Inarguably, too.
Right.
Inarguably. It's beloved across the board. Everybody loves it.
Right.
Yeah.
The whole plot, the whole thing, the whole everything.
Yeah.
Even with the misproportioned Kingpin.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
Still a great watch, especially if you have kids.
Mm-hmm.
And man, if you're introducing your child to Spider-Man,
It was the best way to do it.
it's a great movie to do so.
Yep.
Right. Having Cage show up in the animated version as Spider-Man Noir,
Super cool.
super cool. I was just kind of worried
Right.
that the coolness of having Nick Cage cameo in a Spider-Man movie,
Yeah, it loses some.
right?
Yeah.
Is not gonna a full 10 episode would take the sheen
You know what, though?
off of his cameo in that show, in that movie.
And it's the parts when he's not Spider-Man. That's the
Right.
problem. Because what makes it so cool is he's this weird, mysterious Spider Noir in the cartoon. And when he's doing that in the show, it's cool as shit. When he's Nick Cage, the 1940s detective, channeling the Cary Grant thing,
Yeah. I mean, I
that's
get it.
where it gets.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Shay.
You,
And he does it. There's a scene where he's like, "Yeah,
Look,
Shay, go
Nick
inside."
Cage.
Who's that?
Look, Nick Cage is Nick Cage,
Yeah,
right?
and he cages the
And-
shit out of this one.
Nick Cage in Face Off, or even
Castor Troy.
Yeah. Look, he was Cage being Cage,
Yeah,
right?
dude, man.
That's why
Unleashed,
it's
baby.
like Cage, Bernthal.
He was uncaged.
Yeah,
Huh? You
yeah.
see what I did?
If Nick Cage, you got Bernthal, you got Tommy Lee Jones, you got Billy Bob Thornton at this point,
Yeah,
You
dude.
get all-
He's turned himself into a thing, hadn't he?
right?
Yeah.
So my thing is that you don't say, well, we're going to do a retelling of Shakespeare, right? You just imagine one of your personal favorite movies,
Right.
the 90s cult classic Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah. Personal favorite for
Right.
sure.
Now, you imagine you got DiCaprio, you got fucking hot as fuck, My So-Called Life. I can't think
Right.
of her name right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. You got Claire.
Right, you got all these other really good
Fucking
actors.
Leguizamo's over there just chewing up every
Right,
scene.
you got fucking Barbara Streisand's son
Peace.
in there. You
I
know what I
hate
mean?
the word. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And they're all doing this, Shakespearean,
Mm-hmm.
cadence
Yeah.
and their lead lines, and then somebody goes, "Hey, ooh,
Oh, dude, Paul Sorvino. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Just a fucking powerhouse of bravado,
of Italian gangster."
dude. And then, wherefore art thou?
Yeah, you couldn't
Romeo.
you couldn't have Cage in that movie. You couldn't have Thornton because you just can't contain that talent. And I'm not saying that they're not talented. I'm just saying, hey, look, they
Thornton
do.
comes in those low-rise
It's like
jeans he
Pacino.
wears. Those
Right. It's like
low-rise
Pacino
women's
falls
jeans.
into this category.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You just gotta hey, look, if we
Where is
need
he?
some older guy, yeah, De Niro,
Where you at?
same thing. Even as much as I loved him in Silver Linings Playbook,
Where you at, Romeo?
yeah. You talking to me, Romeo?
So,
Now Bernthal's in that. It's like, hey, look, he was the same in the fucking Walking Dead as he was,
counting the fucking just keep going, dude.
and now it's fucking Castle. You know what I mean?
He's got his MO, man.
And
He figured it
Punisher?
out. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if you're writing a role and you have Bernthal in mind, okay,
You know what you're getting. Yeah.
right? But if you have a role where you have fucking, I don't know, I can't think of some actor that has a lot of range.
Day Lewis, Bale. There you
Right,
go.
okay. let's say
right?
Christian
We'll go
Bale.
to one of the crazies.
We'll go to Christian Bale. If you're writing a role and you have Christian Bale in
Yeah,
mind,
can be Batman or Biden. Yeah, man.
and he decides that, hey,
Range.
you know, fucking, what's his name, Chris
Yeah.
Nolan calls and says, hey, I got a really good role that I really think you'd be good at. Okay, Bale's dumping whatever he had signed up for.
Right. Yeah.
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
send the money back.
Right.
My boy Chris called.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
be
turning
wild.
down to Kiki Watiti.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what he
Yeah.
should have done.
Yeah.
That's what he should have done. But hey, look, you know, I always remember this line from Southpaw
Yeah.
with Jake Gyllenhaal where he plays the boxer
Yeah.
and 50 Cent is his,
Right.
you know, manager.
It's a Kurt Sutter flick. Yeah.
Right. And basically in the line, he goes, you know how we do this, baby? 2 for the check, 1 for the glory.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
And when he's talking about fighting,
Man.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And look, and then, hey, look, you don't need to expound. You don't need any more exposition on what he's meaning. It's like,
Nope.
hey, it's like you,
100%.
it's like, hey, look, you go to a 10 to 6 job,
Right.
right? Or a 6 to 6 job because you got to have the money,
Yeah.
right? But when you're not doing that,
Right.
you're on your music stuff,
Yeah.
right? And I get it. Sometimes, hey, 2 for the check, 1 for the glory,
Do the thing.
right?
Right.
Somebody should have said that to Kristen Bell when he was getting ready to be like, well, somebody did say that.
Right.
It's like, hey, you did a couple of like really
Right.
good dramatic roles. Disney is backing up the Brink truck because they really want a big name to play
Yeah.
Gore the God Killer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so he probably got a massive bag for being in that movie.
Yeah, and at
But the
that
problem
time,
was, is Taika fucking Waititi forgot that he had fucking Christian Bale in a movie, and that it shouldn't have been, you know, an entire comedic, overly
was he
comedic.
coming off of fucking Oscar-winning Jojo Rabbit?
I want to say yeah,
Because I feel like that was also the deal. They were like, "Hey, let's get it."
because you look, Jojo Rabbit is funny,
right.
it's poignant, it's incredibly sad.
It's winning all the awards though.
When-
and so then Bale's like, "Oh, I can go work with that guy," and then
This
it's
guy
like,
just fucking smashed it with Jojo Rabbit, and then you get fucking too much goat, Hemsworth's ass,
dude, it's
too much other shit that nobody wanted.
It's Jamie Foxx does Ray, wins the Oscar, and then 6 weeks later, Stealth. Right? It's hey man,
2 for the check, 1 for the glory, baby. 2 for the check.
Exactly.
That's gonna be the
It's,
name of this podcast.
that's
2
the
for the
episode
check,
name.
2 for the check, 1 for
One
the glory. And I think that's where we're gonna end it
We're gonna end
today,
it, folks.
Hey, look.
We took you on a ride today, and we appreciate you sticking with us.
Hey,
it was worth
we
it.
went to nowhere in particular,
Yeah.
but you know, sometimes you're gonna get that.
That's right, baby.
Sometimes we don't know what the fuck we're gonna talk about, but we're gonna do nearly 2 hours
Yeah, that's how we like it.
of,
Hey,
you know,
nothing more real.
ADHD.
If we talk, if there's anything, we're real for sure.
no
This is-
sponsor breaks.
This is how a conversation
We're
would,
not
would go
We're not selling anything.
anytime.
You know what I mean?
Not yet, baby.
This is what you get. See you next time.